And we are good to go.
Okay, so just before we get started, I've gone back and done some retroactive addition of experience and loot. Apparently skill challenges are worth XP. Go figure.
For learning.
And you guys get to pick up a bunch more loot. So I believe you guys have something in the 300 range or whatever for XP.
316.
Yeah, okay. So wipe that out. You guys are now at 511.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you're...
That is a number that is bigger.
I like bigger numbers.
Here, right on top of it.
So,
Razor.
if anybody's interested in the breakdown, I'll pass the sheet around after, and you guys can have a look at what XP came from where.
I'm good.
I'm losing it.
Just for curiosity's sake.
Character builder.
It's available if people want it.
Continue.
Alright, so the other thing that we're going to do is for loot. I figure I'll just go down the table of loot that we've got here, and you guys can figure out between your characters how that would be distributed. So let me just see. Okay, so for the first encounter that you guys had with the mead thieves, you guys found... well, Nick's already got the Razor Claw staff.
Yep.
Nick, you can make a note that that's, in terms of sell value, is worth 30 gold.
Okay. Let me just get to my loot list or John's campaign folder here. Alright. Where's the Razor Claw staff? I'm going to know that somewhere.
The banging is complimentary of Zoe. And throwing on the ground is, again, complimentary from Zoe.
She threw it on the ground.
She thinks she's Jen.
That's what I do.
30 gold, you said?
She's stealing the thunder.
It's worth 30 gold pieces if you were to sell it,
Okay.
because it's got a gold-plated head.
Juice.
Okay, so also from the Mead Thieves, in aggregate, you guys got 100 gold pieces, so you can split that up whichever way you guys figure.
Well, let's just split it evenly,
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
There you go.
So it's 25 gold.
Well,
Alright.
you also got a healing potion. So, the official name on that, I believe, is a potion of healing. Let me see if I have the notes here on that somewhere.
Can I cook with it? That would be an interesting thing to cook. A healing potion. See if it actually worked.
This stew is delicious and it restores my vitality.
It's like lacing it with LSD.
Yep. LSD doesn't heal you.
Sure it
It
does.
just makes you think you're less damaged.
Provides you with the illusion of healing. It's psychosomatic.
Temporary hit points. See? Everything works.
So does the Razor Claw staff have any actual powers or anything like that, or is it just a stick?
It is...
It is an embellished stick.
yeah, it's got the same hit die as a standard sword.
I know.
So I think that's a D6 or a D8 with no pluses. It's non-magical, so doesn't have any additional...
That's making it happen.
It's for a poster. So.
Making it rain.
Because I don't have time to do this, so I want to do it.
Okay, I can't for the life of me find... Nick, if you've got the
So I have
compendium, if
to-
you just look up a potion of healing.
I have two in the blue one, but I couldn't find it.
What do you want to know about it?
I believe the way it
doesn't
works is it
roll
lets
well.
you spend a healing surge, but get 10 instead of whatever you would normally roll.
No, it allows you to spend a healing surge unless you are out of healing surges and are bloodied, which point you don't need to have a healing surge to use it, you still gain 1d10.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's,
If you have no healing surges and you're
you can
above
still
bloodied...
take the potion, yes.
But if you have no healing surges and are above bloodied, you drink it, nothing happens.
Oh, I see.
It's an emergency.
Well, Nick's going to look it up in the compendium.
That's only if you have no healing surges. If you have healing surges, it just burns your healing surge. Healing potions are very useful and not as overpowered as they used to be in old D&D games, but still somewhat powerful to have. If you have a case of 90 of them...
Drink this potion and spend a healing surge. Instead of the hit points you would normally regain, you regain 10 hit points.
And drinking that, is that a minor?
It is a minor action.
It is a minor, okay.
But it does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It does?
Yeah,
Minor
does.
actions do?
When
thought only
drinking,
standards.
certain minor
Yeah.
actions do
Healing, AoE attacks.
certain healing. This is because you're consuming a healing potion.
Okay, I'll take your word for that for now. I'm going to go look that up later.
Please do.
Okay, so everybody wrote 25 GP on their
Yep.
character sheet. Who's getting the healing potion?
Ruckus got no use for it. Maybe it'll help lubricate Clank's gears.
Well, Clank is the tank, but only in the sort of... He doesn't have anything to force anyone to attack him, like, in that sense. So it's
We basically have 2 off tanks, is what we have.
Yeah.
sort of
So-
like he is more of a defender than
Ruckus.
but
Okay.
The best defense is a good offense.
Okay, so the healing potion goes to Clank. Okay, so then when you guys got to the Thogold mines, and Thogold Hammerfist gave you guys a bit of payment to escort the caravan, that was 40 gold pieces, so another 10 each.
okay. So we've added
30,
Son of a
35
bitch.
now. Okay, so we got that. And then you guys had the encounter with the caravan thugs. These guys, since they were knocking over caravans that had more stuff, they had more stuff. There's a gem worth 100 GP. There's another healing potion. And then in aggregate, there is 650 silver. So that's 65 GP worth of silver pieces.
I'll have this healing potion.
Okay.
It's just a potion of healing.
Yep, potion of healing. So now Clank and Ruckus both have one. Clank got that. That's split. That's split. Okay. So I guess we'll just roll to see who picked up the gem.
Pretty much.
yeah, and then we can sell it and split it or whatever.
Riswynn, you picked up a gem worth 100 GP.
And so it was 65 gold and silver, right?
Yeah.
So 16.25 GP worth.
So 162.
So 162 silver pieces
piece.
for everybody.
162. Okay, so you guys split. So that's
How much was the gem?
35 gold, 162 silver pieces.
How much was the gem again? Sorry, 100
100
gold?
gold pieces.
yes, 100 gold.
You can always use diplomacy to actually increase that price by a certain value if you find the right value.
Yeah, but the basic sell price of,
Or bluff.
of a gem of this gem is 100.
Look at this quality.
The difference between that is someone will eventually find out that it wasn't worth as much as you said it was worth, and they might hold a grudge.
Possibly.
I do not know this from experience.
Especially if they're a dwarf.
Okay.
What was the XP supposed to be at? Sorry, 510?
511.
511.
You guys are just past halfway on a level. Okay, so then after you beat up that caravan, you made your way back to town, went and talking to the guards, explained, hey, we've been doing your
not
job.
the guards. We went to
Guard Hicks.
Dante Hicks, and then we went on to
No,
the sergeant.
at some point, at some point you went to the sergeant.
The actual.
But we talked to Guard Hicks first.
You gotta mention that.
Guard
Hicks.
Hicks.
Oh, that'll be in the, last time on blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. This is just for the, Hicks didn't give you guys anything.
It's never his day to come in.
He wasn't supposed to be there today.
He's never supposed to be there, poor Guard Hicks.
Okay, so you guys ended up with Clank's got a ceremonial dagger that was handed over to him worth 20 GP.
Yay! Zoe is very happy about this.
So he was super happy for Clank.
And another sack of 40 gold coins, that's 10 gold each.
Truly, we are rich.
Actually,
We're
you're
rolling in
fairly
it.
rich.
You guys are fairly rich. You should have ended up after that with 45 gold and 162 silver
Yeah, that makes sense.
each. So that's,
We just added 10 right now.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So that's the experience and the loot. Now we begin.
Oh yeah, she's tired.
Alright. Last week, our intrepid adventurers tracked their way not very stealthily, to a farmhouse on the edge of the Vale, based on a map scrawled on a note that they found on some bandits earlier in their travels. The farmhouse had been recently and hastily vacated, and plenty of evidence of draconic ritual was found all around. Ruckus, in his eagerness to raid the kitchen, came up empty-handed save for some scraps of inedible paper. Those papers turned out to be a vague thread on Uncle Steve's life and plans to hit a caravan from the Thogold mines up north. The group delivered warning of the potential danger to Uncle Steve and found out that he had already been visited by a group of Dragonborn but had chased them off. Some investigating on Uncle Steve's part had found that the group were calling themselves the Order of the Gilded Claw, and with the confirmation from Lieutenant Hicks, the party now knows exactly where that warehouse is. Secure in the knowledge that Uncle Steve can handle himself and the guards would try to keep an eye on the tavern, our valiant heroes made their way up north to the Thogold mines to offer their protection for the next caravan. Another group of bandits, headed up by one really dumb brute of a Dragonborn, were eliminated. The group returned to town for some much-deserved but perhaps uneasy rest, as evil still lurks out in the darkness of the night. Welcome back to Stewardvale.
Bum bum bum!
All right.
I like how Zoe's game started randomly playing music in the middle of John's semi-serious introduction.
Try to be unfazed. Try to be unfazed. There was a comedian who went, "Why did they buy the toys that make the noise?"
Because people always want the parents to suffer.
That's right.
That's exactly what it comes down
You
to.
guys bought all those things yourselves, though.
Speaking of suffering,
didn't.
how'd that go, John?
We got all those toys from his parents,
Oh,
actually.
yeah?
Because they want us to suffer.
The toys we bought, the wooden blocks.
The wooden blocks don't make noise. They're fine.
Exactly.
My brother figured out how to get into the pots and pans once. That was a fun day.
That's pretty much it. We bought the blocks so far than that, of course, but everything else was Christmas or just handed to her, which is fine. I mean, she's got toys.
A lot of the toys are that your mom got off Kijiji.
Okay. All right, so you guys have gotten a good night's rest, well, or some rest of some sort, at your own places.
He's stealing your Coke.
Yep.
And so we'll say you guys meet back at the tavern in the morning.
I never left.
Well,
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum bum bum. So yes, actually, I've been refining the way I want to play my guy. So I'm going to try and see if I can make it work out this campaign.
Cool.
oh, but that reminds me, I have gotten some background writing done.
Oh, good. Let's hope it doesn't conflict with what I just came up with.
You guys can
It
discuss
shouldn't.
it later.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that at this point, because I've decided to integrate your background fairly heavily in the history of the Vale and of Cambridge Kingdom itself, I have to write almost all of it before I decide what you do and don't remember. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, bits of
that
history.
shouldn't interfere with the limited stuff I've come up with.
Right. Bits of history about the Vale will come up in future quests, and bits of your past will sort of be associated with it. Okay, so you guys are back at the tavern. You're feeling fairly well rested. Your wounds are patched up. Ruckus, I'm assuming that you're going to prepare folks a half-decent breakfast.
Yep.
Why are you rolling a d12?
Odds and evens.
Fair enough.
It works.
Let's see what he prepares. Maybe those drake meats are nice and ready to be done with the now dried.
Salted drake meat jerky, all right.
Maybe
You can travel rations.
Thank leaves.
That is a 13 on a nature check.
Oh, okay, well. You guys get breakfast. It's nothing stellar, but it's breakfast. So Uncle Steve comes out. Now, you guys already told him last night about the various different things going on, so he comes out and asks, "So what are you guys up to today? Do I need to bring the day shifters in again? Or, I mean, there was that those Dragonborn that came around, but I'm fairly sure I chased them off. I don't think they're going to be bugging me anymore."
We could go have a talk with those thugs in the warehouse.
Well, if you'd like. I can take care of things around here. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal. You guys are, starting to get the idea that Uncle Steve doesn't seem terribly worried about almost anything. You get the feeling that, a beholder could walk through the door and he'd offer it a mug of ale.
If it could pay.
If as long as it could pay, that's correct.
I don't know, unless anybody else has ideas.
No, I think that's a good plan.
How busy is the tavern right now?
It's actually pretty empty. It's slow season for the.
And it's more of an evening night kind of place.
Yeah, like people aren't typically coming in for brunch
because it doesn't have any rooms, right?
It doesn't have. That's right. Well, even the rest of the party, other than you, don't stay anywhere near it. Riswynn and Marzia have their own little loft place above one of the other shops on Main Street.
Right.
And Ruckus has a converted masonry workshop a couple blocks in behind.
Right, okay. Somebody let that baby out.
Who let the baby out? Who? Wow, she can really motor when she's crawling.
Oh yeah.
Because she crawls like a regular baby, not like Dimitri.
Yeah.
No monkey walking
Dimitri
here.
crawl?
Dimitri sits on his ass and moves himself around like a gorilla. He's weird. He's awesome, but weird.
Dimitri is gorilla baby.
Yep. But yeah, he just sits on his butt and like...
And he just goes.
And he scoots around fairly effectively.
Yep.
But... Who's that baby?
There's a strange baby in the mirror.
How much is that baby in the mirror? Okay, so you guys are doing what?
Might as well go for the warehouse.
The warehouse.
This morning.
See if those thugs are still there.
Is there a fine tailor or hat maker in the town? Because Clank still needs to get an awesome hat.
There is a hat maker in the town. I will leave it up to you whether you decide that the threat that you guys have seen so far is worth dealing with before or after.
I just want to know whether or not there is a cool ass.
So that he can get his hat after we've kicked the asses of the threat.
Exactly.
The local tailor, he's not the best. He'll make you a hat. You want a good hat, you want to head down to the port city.
Well, Clank can get a temporary hat. Anyway, for now, I suppose
We'll get to the port city. We'll
we
get
should
you your
probably
hat.
look into checking in the
The port city.
We'll get him his traveling hat, then we'll get him his kick-ass hat when we get to the port city.
There you go.
I think it'd be awesome if, like, depending on his mood, he put on different hats. You made Clank angry. He put on his red hat. Oh no! Like he's just sitting there in the corner of the bar, and people look over. And it's like he's put on his red hat, and everything just gets quiet. And like,
Whereas purple hat, no, he's in the mood for love. Run!
not again.
Not again! Why does this keep happening?
That's just a love machine, and it don't work for nobody but you. All right.
Fabulous. All I can
So yes,
think
we,
of is humping robot.
Yes, humping robot.
What? Humping robot?
Robot chicken.
Oh god.
Good old
of course.
humping robot.
I went to Fruit Fucker from Penny Arcade.
That me too.
Yeah.
Different
We haven't put a rating on our sessions, have we? I could say fucker. Is that all right? Probably shouldn't say it around Zoe, but
No.
It's okay.
If you can help
If
it.
Zoe's first words were fruit fucker, I think that'd be pretty awesome.
it'd be hilarious if, like, she draws her like motherfucker. Okay.
I don't know if hilarious is the correct word to use, but...
I think that would be hilarious.
There are plenty of interesting first word stories. I told you about Anges, right?
No.
Oh God. Well, her mom and her aunt, who are twins, wanted to get her ears pierced when she was just a baby. But the father put his foot down
And said no.
and said, she can't have her ears pierced until she's old enough to ask for it. So, of course, Barbara and Bev conspired together, and every time they had Ange separately and the father wasn't around, they coached her, and her very first words to her father were, ears pierced, please.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Hilarious.
Okay, so you guys have your decent breakfast, grab your equipment, and with a sense of pretty definitive purpose, you head off towards the warehouse. So
Yeah, because the guards were like, well, we'll kind of keep an eye on it, but they weren't really
This is
willing.
a possible threat to our
yeah, they're like,
livelihoods.
if we had a full contingent of guards, yeah, we'd head out there. But at this point, if they're not stirring up trouble inside the city walls, we can't deal with this shit right now. That's
And we're like, fine, we will.
they're
We don't
prioritizing
wanna stir
their
up shit. We just want to
what they
have
can
a
do.
chat.
yeah.
Clank wants to stir up shit.
Good of a check. Their face.
Ruckus doesn't want to set up shit, but when he goes anywhere, shit gets started up.
That's
it
right.
just happens.
Yes. Clank wants to start shit. Ruckus wants to finish it.
And then make a decent sandwich.
Gotta have lunch after you turn shit.
That's
true. But it is.
Absolutely.
What about second breakfast and thirdsies?
What about elevensies?
Brought to you by the Council of Holy Shit. Does every hobbit have diabetes?
The answer is yes.
Okay, so you guys make your way through the city. You're heading around the outskirts of the city out towards the northern wall. Now, of course, the northern wall is kind of the lesser populated, sketchier area of the city because it's furthest from the gate and it's as far from the keep as you can get while still being within the walls. So you guys are navigating through down side streets and whatnot, trying not to drag
It's the
too
ghetto.
much, trying not to bring too much attention to yourself.
This is not working considering you have two characters who are over 7 feet tall.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and you're carrying big ass weapons of all sorts and whatnot. But
And clanking.
the people
These are cooking implements.
the people in this area, they either have too many of their own problems to notice you guys, or they notice you guys and know better than to fuck with somebody that looks like that.
We should get out of here.
The warehouse itself sits at the edge of the inner city with one of its walls pressed up against the side of the town wall. It's 2 stories tall. It's made of dark gray stone that has been roughly fashioned into large bricks. The weather has worn the edges of the bricks soft and round. Moss grows between the cracks of the bricks, and thick layers of vines cover most of the outer walls. It's obvious that this is one of the oldest buildings in the city and has not been well cared for. Facing the street are 2 immense wooden doors, held together with rusty iron braces, hinges, and pull bars. There is a pair of guards standing out in front of the doors. From this distance, they look very much like the cheaply hired bandits that you guys saw near the Thogold mines, but it's difficult to tell at this distance solely based on
They're
their
wood
appearance.
rapists.
That's the wrong campaign.
It was still Wednesdays.
So you guys are a far enough distance away that the guards haven't noticed you yet, but you know where you're going and you're looking. They're kind of just standing out front, trying to stay awake because they're guards. They're on guard, dude.
They're semi-alert noob guards.
It's semi-alert noob guards. They haven't noticed you guys yet.
They aren't as good as Guard Hicks, apparently.
No, Guard Hicks is
They're
the
not
man.
even. They're not even town guards.
Oh, wow.
They're just people
They're
who
moot
are standing
guards.
outside, keeping watch over this place.
They're
You can-
volunteers.
You can tell by, even from this distance, you can tell by their attire that they definitely have no formal training in this kind of thing.
Hi, Zoe.
She's contributing.
Okay.
Is there? You said that there's a. There's one of the walls is shared with this is shared with the city wall basically.
It is, yes.
What about what's the state of the other side of it? Can we see that from where we are, or is it like down an alley or whatever? Can we get to around the edge without?
Let me sketch.
I want to know basically whether or not there's another way to get into this thing, or do we have to go into the front?
Do they have an escape route?
Because
That's
I'm not.
why you guys are all planning this stuff. They're dumb bandits.
But we don't know that they're bandits at this point, right? So I don't want to just
Okay.
kill them.
So, it's a crude drawing and I had to scribble on it. But anyway, this is the outer wall of the city.
Uh-huh.
This is the wall that's shared with the warehouse.
Okay.
The doors are on this side here.
Okay.
There is a narrow alleyway along that side.
Uh-huh.
The road is here.
Right.
Okay. Other buildings are along here. Around the back, you can't see from here what's back there, but I'll just tell you guys that there's just another sort of passageway. It's narrower than the main road, but there is like another road back there. So there's an alleyway and a passageway. You can get to 3 of the 4 sides of it from where you are.
And the guards are here.
The guards
and
are
not terribly alert. Like we
there.
might be able to get in there. Or?
Yeah, you guys think that you'd probably be able to get around here, or even if you wanted to, if you were back, you guys are probably back about here right now. You could sneak over to this side if you want to, or you could even like go same kind of thing on the other side. And if you had some way to get up the wall or whatever, you can. There are multiple vectors of approach. Now you have no idea if there are any other entrances on the other sides.
Yeah.
But you guys can definitely try to check it out. You also figure that if you had to, you probably could take out these guards, but you don't know if they're gonna, stick their head in the door and sound some sort of alarm or whatever.
Also, we don't have any specific reason to just kill random people on the street.
We
right
are
now.
concerned citizens
We're
against Dragonborn.
Concerned citizens looking into rumors that Dragonborn were here. We're not just going to show up and murder
these guys are definitely human.
Regular town guard.
Yeah. And I mean, you could also.
Yeah, we can just walk up and talk. Anyway,
you could find a way to distract.
Girl
them.
Scout cookies.
Yeah.
Goons. Hired goons.
Hired goons.
All right, Ruckus, we want you to wear this wig and put on this little kilt.
And this sundress.
You guys want some Girl Scouts? These are amazing cookies. Why, thank you.
We gotta let him stop making him bake food before we go out on these missions.
Clank doesn't really care if he continues to bake food or not. You guys are the ones who are always
I'm
stuffing your face.
I'm thinking with the I'm thinking with the baked food, you have like a Jane from Firefly style situation. Like, what are they?
That was very random.
So, yeah, Jane.
Right, where you guys are like, so what are they feeding you? And they're like, rations. They're like, rations? Geez, I'm feeding you guys too well.
It's standard. Oh, it's a standard. I'm paying you guys too much.
Shouldn't have given you guys that steak. Steak. So, yes.
You wish. All right. Well, Clank is going to suggest that we sneak around to one of the other sides and see
And check it out.
See what we can see.
Ruckus gets a good chuckle out of that
Well,
one.
we don't have to actually sneak at this point. We just have to not walk directly up to the
We
guards.
can be super spies.
Clank understands his deficiencies so far as sneaking goes just as well
I
as
really
anyone.
want to know why they're here.
Yeah, if we can get a look inside without stirring anything up, it's probably for the best. So I don't know, loop around the back and see if we can get to the back.
Yep.
You guys-
Sneaking.
Well, we asked Marzia if she can go and talk to them. I mean, she's got a good ability of talking to people. Could probably talk to them.
I do well enough.
No, please sell yourself more.
All I have to do is...
I guess I can talk to them, but they are below me after all.
Sneaking. Sneaking is cool.
But you excel in speaking.
That's why I
You
want to
could sneak and speak at the same time. Really confuse them, throw them
I
off.
would really.
Do you have
That would really throw them
ventriloquism?
off. They would not be
No, I
expecting it.
Our ventriloquism was super funny.
I'm working on it.
It's gonna be okay, Daddy.
Yes, I'll stroll up to the guards.
Okay, what are you going to say?
I'll ask them if they've seen any Dragonborn around.
I'm the master of subtlety!
I'm so subtle.
They give you...
She's wearing a mustache. Hello, fine sir.
I'm in disguise.
Have you seen any wretched Dragonborn lately?
Their eyes flash fear for a moment, but they cover it up. They respond with, Dragonborn. Nobody's seen those in ages. Those are things of fairy tales.
Really? Because my friend Guardsman Hicks says otherwise.
Ooh, throwing out Hicks's name.
We're busy.
Can I ask what you're using the warehouse for?
No. They flat up say no.
I agree, Zoe.
Yeah.
They sort of look at each other puzzlingly and then look back at you. Bye.
Wow!
Alright.
Yeah. They're not buying
We're sneaking around the back.
Your attempt to pull any information out of them has failed.
Yes.
Your attempt to give them a bunch of information has succeeded.
Now, if they were Genghis Khan from Clone High, that would have worked great.
Yeah.
Are you 21? Oh, I'm not 21. All right, they used a very confusing line of questioning there. I'm 21, so drinking is yes. Anyway, continue.
Moving on.
So Marzia retreats, having gained no information.
Correct.
They are keeping a close eye on you as you leave, but they are not leaving their posts. They are suspicious.
I'm the distraction.
Clank is,
Hello, fellow guards! Have you seen a dragonborn lately? I have a mustache like you!
Clank is going to go around the back, around behind the other warehouses and come down the other aisle.
Okay. Alright.
Not used to dealing with common folk.
Just by the by, well, what's your charisma and what would you use for that? Diplomacy? I just want to know if maybe I should step in here and say your character knows better than you do.
Charisma 18 and my diplomacy is trained, yes, so +9.
There's a good chance your
Okay,
character might know better than you do.
I'm going to say that Marzia didn't actually just walk up there and be like, yo, seen any dragonborns?
Stop rolling the
By the way, here's the name of our informant.
Yeah. Alright, let's back that pain train up here a bit, okay? I will let you roll a diplomacy check in place of what
Please
you
roll a 1.
to do.
You got it.
She rolled a 1.
She said that anyway!
That's a 10.
Yeah, don't forget, that's a 10, okay? Like, in a skill check.
To be fair, the DM's discretion, he can take that one and be like, you fucking said that.
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow humans!
That's-
Where did he hear
That's a natural 1 modified 10?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. Anybody rolling a natural 1,
Yes!
even if it's in a skill check, there has to be some sort of failure.
Definitely.
I'm going to say that they're not immediately going to, jump out and alert everybody to your presence, but definitely they are kind of creeped out and keeping an eye on you. They're like,
Hey, you guys, those are nice pants you're wearing. You guys see any dragonborns?
They're not buying your shit.
Oh.
How secure.
they have seen any dragonborn. To have somebody randomly come up and be like, have you seen anything from fairy tales? Like, if somebody came up to you tomorrow on the street and was like, hey, Nick, have you seen any trolls? You'd be like,
Well, yes, my good sir, there's one under the bridge.
Yeah, that's why
Yes. So anyway, meanwhile, while this travesty is going on, Clank is sneaking around the back. Well,
There we go.
Clank is not actually trying to sneak.
he's just waltzing around back.
The guards are distracted enough by my strange questions.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're at the back of the building. You can get to the back, you can get to the side. The building looks very much the same from all sides, completely covered with vines and moss. What brick you can see is rounded and dark. At first glance, you're not seeing any other doors. Definitely nothing like the giant fuck-off cathedral wooden doors in the front. But, that's just at first
What about
glance.
windows or anything like that?
None. Roll. Hold on. I just want to check here.
My perception is 10. Clank is smart, but not very wise.
Oh. Not Clank is Ruckus.
Clank is also not an orc.
Wisdom? What's that?
Clank
Exactly.
is not an orc. Thankfully.
One orc in the party is enough.
Yes. Okay.
I have a higher wisdom than you. That's scary.
Yes.
Yeah, with higher
Alright.
wisdom than me too.
But not higher than
okay,
you.
there are no windows. There are no obvious doors. And you don't notice anything offhand that would give you any other clues just by looking around on how you'd get in from this side. But if you want to make a more detailed search of some sort...
Well, I'm going to look to see, not so much about doors, but I'm going to look to see if there are any, like, tracks or paths or anything like that. Like, if there was some sort of back entrance to this place, presumably it would be traveled. Mm-hmm. So, like, either a tread where a wagon would have gone by or something like that, or if there's anything like that out of the back or something like that. So I'll look around for anything like that.
Okay.
Can we roll or?
Yeah, definitely roll. I'm just deciding what you'd roll on that. Considering it's dirt floors and, you've got moss and vines and stuff all over the place, you're going to be looking for any disturbance in the ground or the vines. It's similar to something that you'd be tracking outdoors. So you typically use nature for tracking outdoors?
Nature, yeah.
Yeah, roll on nature.
Changes very little for me. I don't have nature or...
18.
18.
Okay. That's a modified 18?
That is an 18, yes.
That is an 18. So you look around and you can't obviously see anything, but you do notice that in some places the vines aren't as thick as they are in others. And with a sort of closer inspection, that may yield something or it may be nothing at all. Not sure.
Well,
Just going to take a...
I'll go do that.
Right. Okay. Ruckus, what were you doing while Marzia was...
Giving up the plan to the
I'm
enemy?
going to mind what he's doing.
Yeah.
And not enough, Dave.
Ruckus is going to wait for Marzia to finish her ingenious interrogation, at which point he's going to pretty much do the equivalent of the double take to Marzia. Just, what did you just do?
I'm no good with interrogations.
Okay. Riswynn, do you have any ideas?
Well,
It's a warehouse. It's got three sides and a wall. Guards, doors.
yep. What do they have we actually done an actual perimeter of it at all yet to get an idea of if there's any way to actually sneak into it?
Only Clank has.
Only Clank has. Clank, what have you found?
Well, he's at the back
Oh,
of the
he's
building.
still going. Okay.
I'm at the back of the building investigating.
If you would like to also make a perimeter search...
Yeah, I'll take a look around too with Clank just to get an idea of what
Check the roof.
we're looking
so
at.
So you take off to go find Clank.
Yes, I'm actually going to hop parkour up to the roof and see if there's a way in that way.
Parkour up to the roof. Okay. I'll tell you what.
You are struck by lightning and killed. I mean...
Did you know dwarves are made of rubber? Damn it!
What's your passive perception?
My passive is 14.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to make this a moderate DC check for you. So go ahead
Okay.
and roll it up. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you'd like.
Oh, acrobatics.
Go for it.
19.
Do I hear a baby behind me?
Even if that was hard, you'd have just barely made that one. Okay. So you go around the back and you notice that on the town wall, there are places in the wall where things used to be affixed for, say, a pulley chain to go up. There were rings that a pulley was once used. And you figure that between those rings and the vines, it's a difficult climb, but you can make it.
Okay.
So you start off on that, and you're like, Clank, watch my back, I'm going to make this climb. You go, start scaling your way up. You have a few sort of close calls where the vine breaks loose of the wall, and you're hanging just from the ring.
Is she
of the
looking
wall.
at the same area of where the vines were thin that I was looking at?
No.
Okay.
The vines were thin. Vines are thin in sort of this area. Okay. She is climbing in this corner right there. Okay. So, Alli,
Yep.
the front door,
Yep.
guards, side alley, other street, main
Yep.
street.
Side alley?
Clank.
But
Nice. So Clank was, around here somewhere,
Yep.
looking at the wall, trying to figure out what's going on here. You went past him, you looked around here, and you found the loops in the town wall that some sort of chain used to run up, and there are dense vines all along there, and you're climbing in this corner up. So you start scaling it, and you get in there, and you have a few close calls where the vines break off the wall, but thanks to the loops that you found, you're able to actually scale your way all the way up to the roof.
Nice, okay.
From the roof, you can see that there's actually a large opening through which things used to be raised and lowered. Those loops used to be for a chain that went up to a pulley system that has long since fallen off. But they used to use it on a giant swinging boom to take cargo in and out of this place. So there is actually a hole in the roof. You're going to have to walk over to it, which we'll do in a little bit there, but you can see that from there.
Okay.
So, Marzia, will say that you're done. You and Ruckus, what do you guys decide to do?
I'm waiting for Clank to get back so I can get that staff off of him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
So you guys are just going to loiter out front by the guards, making faces at them?
Maybe go around the corner.
Okay, alright. So you guys go around the corner. You can see Clank from where you are. He's intently peering at the wall, looking at things, trying to figure out what's going on there. Do you guys walk over to him? Do you...
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if he's found anything in a hushed voice.
Oh, sure.
Have you found anything?
Hey, Clank, you find a way to break in here or not?
Nod twice for yes.
Trying
to be silent.
Suck.
I couldn't tell if you were nodding twice. Was that a yes? The side window? Second floor? You're going up right now?
These guys really suck at guarding, don't they?
Marzia, shut up!
Poor Marzia.
Okay. Nick, I just want you to roll a flat d20.
10.
Make this easy on you there, John.
Yeah. You still get the feeling that the thinning of the vines means something. You can't see anything behind them or around them, really, that sticks out. But it does seem strange that it's not this entire side of the building, just sort of an area about maybe 2 meters across by 2 meters high kind of thing, that things aren't really growing very well here. It's not the weather. You're not really sure what. So,
As I get close, can I take a look at what he's looking at?
you notice him looking at the wall. You can take a look.
Staring at the wall, peering. As they get close, I'll be like,
She gets close. Ruckus ain't moving.
moving?
Ain't anything useful on the vines.
there's something weird over here.
Perception?
I don't know what.
No, I'll have you roll a nature.
Nature?
Yeah, because it's above the vines.
2!
You are on the
I'm
ball.
gonna retire
Hold on,
this
what-
dice for the...
What was the natural roll on
One.
that?
1.
Your way of looking at the vines involves you ripping them off the wall. So you start just tearing them
better
down.
than to do that.
Apparently not. One roller.
You're not ripping a lot of them, but you are trying to rip some of them. You are trying to... You think there's something else there. You're not
Okay.
sure what.
He's definitely looking at the wall and not the vines.
That's what you figure.
I'm getting the vines out of the way.
Yeah.
Make it easier to look at the wall.
Ruckus is now doing the slow slap, slowly drag the hand down, grab the tusk, grab the lip.
Really off day.
Okay. Riswynn, are you going to... Well, what are you planning to do? You could either go over to the hole and take a look. You could go back and alert your comrades to the fact that there's a hole in the roof. You could... it's up to you.
I'm going to take a quick peek
Throw a
in.
rope down.
I'm going to take a quick peek in just to see what we're looking at inside, and then I'm going to go back to the group and let them know what I've found so far.
Okay, roll
Some
just a regular
reconnaissance.
d20, no modifications.
Ooh, 8.
Okay. So,
I see boxes. We're good, guys. Let's go.
you head over to the hole in the roof, but as you stick your head sort of over the edge, a robed figure down there turns and notices you and you move away. You're not sure if he saw you or if he just was like, huh, what's that noise? But you didn't get enough time to actually take a good look inside.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to go back to the group now. I'll single Clank first, and then I was like, I found a hole there up here on the roof, but somebody might have seen me. I'm not 100% sure.
You're going to be like, I found a hole in the roof.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, hey, Clank, we're being stealthy! Over here! Hi, guards! Like,
Check this way for stealth.
I haven't made a stealth check yet.
but I'm going to let know what I found so we can go back to the rest of the group
One.
and figure out what we want to do from there.
What is is there actually stealth actually a thing there?
Yeah?
Yeah, stealth is a thing.
Stealth is the thing.
Okay, what would that roll have been with your stealth? 11. Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah, same basic thing. So myself is crap.
Okay, so you guys, mainly Clank and Marzia. Ruckus, all you see is sort of Riswynn's head sort of popping over the side as she's trying to whisper to these guys from 2 stories up. So from quite a ways up there, you get Riswynn. She pokes her head over and goes, "Guys, there's a hole on the roof," and informs you guys that there's a hole there.
Well then, if there's a hole in the roof, I suggest we get up there.
Yep.
We can sneak in and have a look inside this warehouse.
That sounds like a plan.
We have to be careful though because there was somebody that was there. I didn't get a good look to see how many there were, but there was at least one person there.
Are you going to make their ascent easier in any way, or are you going to let them try to?
I can try to help out, but I can only lift so much because my strength is 10. So.
Do you have rope?
You had adventurous kit, so yes.
Yeah, in my adventurous kit I would have had rope. Yes.
Okay, what's your intelligence?
12.
Yeah, you know what? Anybody knows that you can take
It's
a
above
rope,
average,
secure
so
it
yeah.
to something, and throw it over so that you don't have to do the
Well,
pull.
Yeah,
while she's
exactly.
doing that, I'm going to get my climber's kit out, put it on, and then throw a grappling hook with a rope up onto the roof where she is.
Fair enough. So she's tying a rope, throwing it down. You're grappling hook and throwing it up. Either way, somehow you're going to get a rope.
There's going to be climbing.
There is going to be climbing.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to say that your grappling hook, it held. Okay. But now you're going to have to do climbing checks. I don't know how
It's
those work
athletics.
in here. It is athletics?
Totally athletics.
And just pass fail?
There's
a way of doing it.
climbing a rope gives you plus 5.
Here we
to
go.
the
Oh,
roll.
here we go. Climb a rope, DC 10. Athletics. Okay, I'm going to say that you need 3 successes before 2 fails. DC
Alright.
10.
So
19.
that's
That's a success.
like
yeah.
27.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm using a climber's kit, so that gives me +2.
Yeah.
And I have +6 because I have athletics trained.
Wow. Okay, so you have to roll not a 2 3 times in a row.
Well, a 2 would be a 10.
Okay, not a 1. You could just roll the die again and see you climb.
It's not a 1.
Okay.
So this giant golem is just like...
Yep.
And my first 2 rolls were like 18 and 17, so it was just like...
Yeah.
I-
The vines aren't getting in your way.
That's because Marzia cleared them all out for me.
That's right.
You climbed this wall like you've climbed walls 1,000 times before. You may have. You don't.
I may have. I am old.
So up you get to the roof. You're on the roof. Riswynn points out the square opening in the roof.
I'm making careful not to sort of silhouette myself over the edge of the roof. So, like, either out from the road, I'm going to try and stand in such a way, like, I'll crouch down if I have to, so that people can't see, like, why is there a golem on the roof? You know what I mean? Like,
Fair enough.
and people can use my rope, so everybody will get the +2 bonus of the climbing kit.
Oh, nice. So you walk over
Doesn't the
to.
climbing kit require you to be like planting pegs into the side of the building? Wouldn't that make noise?
He's not.
Just the grappling hook would make it.
No, we can say that he's not using the pitons, but he's got the spikes on the shoes kind of thing, and the rope with the knots. And
Yeah, it's a grappling hook, a small hammer, 10 pitons.
So yeah, it's literally
Oh,
But I mean, like, the advantage, the pitons, all they do is allow you to have rope. And to, like, in this case, you don't need the pitons because the grappling
grappling
is
hook
secured.
is grappled and secured.
Is secured.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it makes, the pitons make no difference. The pitons would be if you were trying to climb something unsecured, and if you fell, you have pitons there so you don't, like,
Yeah.
fall off the cliff and die.
That's true. Yeah, you guys will still. I'll still make you guys roll for it. You'll still get the +2 onto whatever your athletics roll is for having the properly secured rope with a grappling hook at the end and knots every so often. But if you do fail, you will still fall because you're not
I
secured.
think you don't advance, actually, is how it works. I'm not really sure. Depending on how...
Fail once, you don't advance. If I say
Oh,
fail
yeah.
twice,
Yeah, okay.
fail twice, you fall. So, okay, so you make your way up to the top, And so you're going to try and look in, but from, say, 10 feet away or something?
Yeah, and just like on an
Crouch
angle
down.
that's like I said, I don't want to give anything away until everybody's up here, so I'll take a very safe look.
Okay. Roll a stealth check, just to be sure.
Sure. That is a 9. I believe that would be all that I end up with. Where's my character sheet?
Considering how you have 10 as dex, yeah, it's...
Yep, that's a 9.
Okay. So you don't manage to alert anyone, but you also don't really manage to get into a position where you figure you can see anything inside without being seen yourself.
Alright, well, I'm more concerned with not being anyone alerted to our presence than anything else.
Fair enough.
Just wait for these two.
Okay. Ruckus, Marzia.
Marzia's closest. She's going up first.
Yep.
And Ruckus is right now the ground guard.
It's a 9 with that +2.
Okay. That's your first failure. So you try to get on the rope, but you can't plant your feet on the wall. The wall's too slippery from like dead
If only you
leaves
kept
and
those
moss.
vines.
If only.
So you basically get back on your feet and restart again to climb.
Yep.
What did you roll this time?
That's a 4.
So
Thunk! Thunk! Thunk!
you get about 4 feet up, and you go to grab the rope, and you slip, and you basically land on your butt. No damage, not much noise, but you didn't succeed in climbing. We'll go around the table, and you can take a second turn at it if you'd like afterwards.
So Ruckus, you just watch her like
Well, let me frame it for you, okay? The slender, delicate Eladrin attempts to climb the rope, can't seem to plant her fancy shoes in the wall properly, almost falls, and then goes to, hand over hand the rope, and goes, oh, that hurts my hand, and just off she really falls. So, delicate and fancy she is, graceful
Run,
and
I
falling
do
not
not
so much, athletics not so too very good.
Athletics is 0.
Ruckus
is going to trudge over, look at Marzia, grab the rope, tug twice.
Ruckus, what's your passive perception?
16.
You notice in the vines that she's torn away, there seems to be an outline. Looks kind of...
Doorish.
Yeah, but made of moss. You're not sure. It's up to you if you look at it more closely.
I'm gonna glance at it. Maybe it's edible moss.
There's a way to do it. All right.
Okay, so that's a 24.
nature.
Yep.
24
Or
nature.
perception.
Yeah, all right. We're going to go with perception. There is...
It's a sheep! This wall is actually a sheep.
It's made of sheep. The whole thing.
Damn you, we're actually in the land of settlers of Catan.
There is, or at least was, definitely a door here. It has not seen some use in quite a long time. You don't think anybody's been in here in years. But there is definitely a door, and you think that if you, chipped along the edges kind of thing, you might be able to get it open. Depending on how skillfully you do it, you may be able to open it fairly quietly. It's not a big door, but it is a door. But, of course, stuck doors may take some noise making to get open. Depends how much it resists. So...
I batter the door down. Orc power.
So it's up to you what you do with that information, but you're free to go.
Munchie ran away.
You got a knife?
I do, I think.
What skill would I require to open this?
Oh, let's have a look here.
Not using the crag hammers of happiness.
Not using the crag hammers of happiness.
I apparently do not have a knife. That's sad.
Clank has a knife.
Depending on how you want to do it, if you just want to try and muscle it open, I'll let you use athletics for that. If you wanted to try and jimmy it open somehow, I'd say either dungeoneering or thievery. Either of those would work fine for that. And if you wanted to, stare at it longer and see if a better way came up to you, you could perception, but that won't count towards opening the door as much as it'll just give you a bonus on whoever tries to open the door.
Okay.
By pointing out that it's weak in some spots.
Gonna kind of stop doing what I'm doing. Look at Marzia. Look at the door. Look at the rope. Look at Marzia. You know there's a door here, right?
There is? That's what he was looking at.
Think you can open it? Be easier than climbing this rope for you.
I can try.
Climbing the rope is easy.
Okay, you've got. I've given you the options. You choose how you want to open that door and roll it up.
Thievery.
All right, all those bad rolls. You've got to have some good mojo coming out of
I
this.
do actually have thieves' tools.
Okay.
So Thieves' Tools will give you a +2.
Correct.
You're dealing with a moderate difficulty roll, and I'm going to do the same thing as with the climbing because it's not going to give right away. I'm going to say 3 successes before 2 failures.
That's better.
So that's a 23.
Yep.
Jesus balls. Okay, I'm going to say you only need 1 more success before 2 failures.
That is a 1.
That's a 1. Poor Marzia.
Okay.
You snap your favorite lockpick.
Your next die determines whether or not you get this door open.
There you go.
That's
18.
a 25.
Much better.
5. Okay.
Tearing you.
So you go up to the door and you inspect it first, and you figure, okay, it looks kind of like it swings on this side. You get a good idea of
hinges.
Well, the hinges are
I find the hinges.
well.
They're under more vines.
They're under vines, moss, and sort of sandwiched between the door and the wall. They're like sort of internal style hinges. So you figure out which way it swings open. So you get a good sort of idea of how to start. You find on one side you can actually wedge something in there.
Get some leverage.
You get a bit of leverage. You wedge in. Say you find I don't know what you guys have that gives leverage. Some sort of.
She has pry bars and everything. It's part of the
Oh
thieves'
right,
kit.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thieves' kit.
So you put your pry bar in, you give it a good nudge so that it gets in there, and you get ready to sort of give it a big heave. And when you give it a big heave, you slip on moss, fall on your butt, and that hurts kind of a bit, but you get sort of an idea of what's going on there. Ruckus steps in, and the two of you just basically grab the pry bar and slowly give it a good push. The door jostles. Creates a little bit, and then starts to pull loose, and then pulls open. So you've got the door open about that much. It is a heavy metal door that it looks like it was sort of concealed on the outside. So the door is metal, but it's covered with half pieces of brick
To blend in.
Ruckus is going to look up. Found a door. We'll go in this way. You guys figure out whatever it is on the roof you want to look at.
Okay, so I'm actually going to, if we could clear a spot, it's time to put out a map, because you guys are going to start looking in.
We're not. We've gotten this far. We've got our experience. We're leaving now.
We found a door.
Move the
That's
salt
good
and pepper
enough.
and the dice and the character sheet.
Come here, you.
I've got a baby.
This big warehouse.
Yes.
Well, thank goodness for all that blood.
I was like, there's been a murder.
They were going to have
May
to
have
skip
been a
forward
murder.
just a little bit because that door that they just found is underneath your pad.
It's
So
behind the
that
statue.
door is there. Okay. So we'll just
Guy.
okay.
Okay.
And is there a giant pool of blood in the floor of this warehouse with going to floor
that's
drainage
suspicious.
ditches?
I will tell you when you guys look in and see.
Oh, I know this adventure.
I just stole the map, not the
Orcus
adventure.
over there.
Yes, actually, I'm going to say that.
Really?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's awesome, but terrifying.
Yeah. They open a portal to Orcus, and then you have to kill Orcus.
Okay, so they've nudged the door open a little bit, but haven't taken a look in. Ruckus has informed Clank and Riswynn on the roof that there is a door.
We're gonna go in through it.
Well, yeah. What are you guys doing? Are you going to try and take another look from the roof? Are you going to scale your way back down and go through the door?
Element of surprise.
Yeah.
Split the team up. That's a great idea. Yeah.
So where is the
There
roof
goes
entrance from where we are?
The pool of blood.
Okay, so the roof entrance. Yeah, it basically is only about a square larger than the pool of blood. Okay. So, you guys looking down in on an angle, well, you haven't successfully done that yet, so I won't say what you see unless you decide to take another look. A round has gone by, you're welcome to do so if you'd like before going down.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look in. I'm going to sort of like crawl up to the edge and just like, should be very hard to see me, just peer out into the... into the
so you're going to like go prone position, sort of belly first, and
yeah,
try it.
And look in.
Okay, do a stealth with a +4.
What I roll?
Alli, who's that?
What is that?
5.
9.
Yeah, you get to the edge and you figure that the metal on, roof brick
Super sneaky,
scraping
guys.
might be attracting attention. You decide not to actually stick your head
Don't
over
let
it
my
and
incompetence
back off.
inspire you.
Shouldn't you be singing to make him? Oh wait, no.
No.
You're on the roof. You're with Clank. You've seen Clank make a sort of an attempt to look down the hole. You've also been informed by the folks down below that there is a door of some sort, and that they're planning to go in that way, although they haven't gone in yet. It is up to you. Do you want to take one last look through the hole before climbing down?
Yeah, I want to take one last look through the hole to see towards the door they're looking at to see if they'd be open. Oh, hi. Because that would not be good.
So you because you guys climbed up on this side, you make your way over around, sort of the wide way, and then you sort of come in here. Are you doing what he did? You're sort of getting down prone so that they don't see it too much? All right. So you're going to come up like pretty much here. You're going to try and look over there. And I'm going to say stealth, same as him, stealth with a +4.
Okay. We suck at stealth tonight.
There was only one character here that is competent this night.
Hey, I climbed well.
So I got a 10.
Good job.
Okay.
It's technically a 10.
Between the two of you, all that you guys can manage to make out
There's
is
boxes.
that there is light coming from the inside, so there are fires in there somewhere. There is movement on the inside, so there are people or creatures in there somewhere, but really you can't make out much from up here at all, at least not without being like, hey, what are you guys up to down there?
How Dragonborn down there?
It is 2 full stories up.
So that's what, like 20 feet?
Say 30. It's a warehouse.
You're gonna need that rope.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to tumble that one.
Well, I could.
If you want your gears straight all over the
Suddenly, Clank is 2 feet shorter as he has lost his shins.
Yep. He didn't need those. They just shatter.
Okay, so while you guys figure out what you're going to do, we're going to go back to the other pair. Okay, so you guys have managed to get this big, heavy door open a crack. What are you going to do?
Is it open enough that I can peek inside?
You can open it enough that you can peek inside.
I will proceed to peek inside.
Proceed to peek inside. Okay, I want you to roll a perception for what you see and a stealth for whether or not anybody notices.
Alright, perception. Stiff.
Wow!
What did you end up with?
So that is a 22 perception
Wow.
and
Damn.
a 20 stealth.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so you get a fairly good view from this door, and you're about 90% sure that people don't see you. So what you can see on the inside, can't see the stuff around here too much, but from here, there's a wall here, you can't see much out this way. But what you can see is that in the center, suspended about 1 meter above the very middle of the warehouse, is a large cage that appears to have some sort of creature inside it. The creature doesn't seem to be moving, but it's in the cage. The cage is suspended by 2 large curved metal posts and chains. Around the cage, there are little marked doodles. Oh, Jim, could you get me tile set stuff? I'm going to need some stairs. I won't need them right away, but if you can start finding them. So, I'll use white for these guys. So, around the cage are robed figures. You can't make out terribly much detail about them because the ones that are on this side closest to you have their backs to you. You mainly just see robes. But they are robed figures. They seem to be carrying, some of them have torches, some of them have knives or daggers of some sort, some of them have pieces of parchment. They're obviously doing something with the thing in the cage, not sure what yet. On the far side, you get just a little bit of an indication that there is... I'm going to do a set of markers. Jim, could you get me the Drax model? It's around here somewhere. I was using it last time.
No, is it?
Perfect. Put it in the ritual circle.
Nope, he's dead.
Nope. Ritual circle.
Shiny doodle.
So you can see...
Sorry, playing an orc. Blood is ritual.
Fair enough. Thank
Too
you.
big?
No, that's good. I like that. Work with that. I'll need more if you have more. If not, we can just use other types of markers and call them stairs.
I have lots of stairs.
Okay. So you see the silhouette of this guy through what's happening here. You can't make out much about him, but you know that there's somebody there. All around the room are braziers with fire in them, and torches hung on the walls. They definitely seem to be doing some sort of ritual. Oh yes, underneath the cage is a large pile of... Well, actually, I've got it. I'm being a schmuck. I've written this down.
Not sure, John.
He's playing it by ear.
Through the door, you see a large chamber, lit partially from sunlight streaming in through a hole in the roof, and also by wall sconces and braziers, burning material giving off a sickly smoke. In the center of the room is a large cage suspended by curved metal posts and heavy chains. It hangs about a meter off the ground. Under the cage lay a pile of bones and rotting carcasses on spikes. Blood flows across the floor from the pile in the center to floor grates a short distance away. Half a dozen robed figures are standing or kneeling in places around the cage. They carry parchments, daggers or knives, torches, and the like.
Might have to be cultists.
Okay,
I mean,
so
you
you
just
can...
said there's a cage and dudes in robes. I mean, they're just having a weird party. I don't know.
Right. Well, you
If
can...
there's blood.
You can give this information...
That's my kind of party!
You can give this information to your colleagues at this point.
I do. There's definitely cultists, and they have something in a cage. And if my hippie elf parents taught me anything, is that putting things in cages doesn't end well.
Unless it's elves.
Okay. One thing that you are getting the impression of is that you guys could probably get inside that door. It's very dark in that corner, like super dark in that corner. The closest braziers are over here and over here. There's no light over here. You could probably sneak everybody in and get them, inside with a good view without anybody terribly noticing you. Plus, the guys in the robes seem pretty focused on what they're doing.
They're pretty preoccupied.
They're quite preoccupied and don't seem to, be looking around terribly much.
Then yes, I will attempt to get the attention of the folks on the roof.
By opening the door and go, "Hey guys, get down!" No, I'm just kidding.
I found an entrance in the back!
What's that? You want to use XCOM's pathing system? Right through the entire group. Up on the roof.
Should have done my movement in smaller increments.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. You tell Ruckus what you see, and then you get the attention of the guys on the roof. Guys on the roof, you hear a light voice from Marzia.
There's cultists up there.
Up here? I look for cultists. Are there any cultists?
There are no cultists. As far as
No, there aren't! No cultists up here!
Inside.
You mean down there?
Yes.
she's
Elf is drunk.
She's got marked directions, but with up, down instead of left, right.
I see.
So mark down, mark up. There are cultists.
Mark up there are cultists.
Mark up there are cultists. Okay, so you guys are now aware of the fact that they've found a door, they've opened a door, they've looked in the door, and they see cultists.
And they're a thing in the cage.
I'm gonna find a place to secure my rope on the roof so that I can like climb down into the middle when I'm ready to go.
That's fair. Okay, so you secure your rope. Are you basically going to tell these guys, go ahead without me?
Yeah, I'm ready to go in.
Okay. Riswynn, you see Clank securing a rope, quite obviously getting ready to do a heroic Geronimo down into the middle when the time is right. You've got Marzia saying, through this door I can see cultists. So
They're doing a ritual.
And where are we in comparison to, like, on the roof? Where exactly?
We're like right above.
You guys were...
yeah, the hole is like 1 square larger than this giant bloodbath in the middle.
Okay.
And we'll say Clank, do you have a preferred corner that you want to rappel down from?
No, I haven't really been able to look in, so I don't really know.
Right, but I mean, from the roof, are you choosing the one closest to the, well, whatever. Okay.
No, the opposite side of like from where they are, like here-ish probably.
Okay, so Clank is securing a rope upstairs here. You, last I checked, were actually probably about here, but you guys did get called over to this side to be told about the door. So you're actually probably on this edge of the roof up here.
How many squares down is it to the floor if we were to, like, propel down type thing?
6 5s are 36 squares. 6 squares straight down. How far is your blink?
I don't have a blink.
She has her wings.
I have my wings.
Right.
I have the blink.
Because I'm looking to use my daily to come in and kick ass with.
It only teleports me 5 squares.
It actually allows me to fly 6 squares, so I could by all rights do it.
That would be awesome.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, I'm gonna
Fly 6 squares?
Yes.
fly 6 squares and must land in a square adjacent to my oath enmity target.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If you can, if you want to try and do it to get the jump on them, if you can roll a stealth above
Nothing.
10. No. If you can roll a stealth above 10.
You're not just running and screaming, I am the Avenging Angel
Right.
of Bonadine!
If you're above 10, they're not going to see it coming.
Okay.
If you're below 10, you're going to say something on your way down.
Yeah.
But I will definitely let you sprout
Make
the
way
wings.
for Willie!
I will definitely let you sprout the wings,
Sweet.
jump straight down 6 squares, and contact with one of those
Okay.
guys in the corner.
Come on, not stupid.
That's a 10.
It's a 10 plus 3, 13.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do want to do this,
Yes, I definitely want to
do
attempt
you want
this.
to let the guys on the side door know that you're going to do this before you do this, or are you just
It's okay. Ruckus had the same idea.
We're going in!
Except he was going for the lights.
I
because
believe-
humans can't see in the dark.
I believe Clank has my back.
Clank's got your back?
Clank's got my back.
I got low light.
All right.
Clank will be blind.
Okay, you're still looking in through the door,
Yeah.
so you're going to see when she does this.
Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to tell him, and he's probably going to do another face palm. Okay.
It's like fucking dwarves. Always flying into places.
Oh,
I can't even say that with a straight face.
Something animalish.
How big?
Beautiful.
Not huge, but takes up a square.
Large?
No,
Gargantuan.
that's too big.
Totally gargantuan.
So she's spreading magic wings in and getting prepared to like fly down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like prep my rope and just sort of like get ready to rappel
So
down.
you both are basically going to give the nod and then just say
So, like,
hi.
We're
Let's
ready
do
to-
this.
we're
We're
ready
gonna do
to
this.
engage.
Roof team is go.
Roof team is go. Roof team alpha is ready to go.
Striking out on the go.
Okay, so
Okay, door team, break it down.
Wait, are we breaching this like, warfighter?
they're breaching it like a SWAT team.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so just a note here: Pride Scorpion is going to stand in for what's in the cage.
I'll take one on the ground.
Which
I'll
once
go
all, you
now.
guys, once all you guys are in, I'll give you a better description. Okay, all right. So I'm going to say you two guys go. I'm going to. Okay,
Make
we've got
way for
Clank.
Wizzy!
Clank.
Rizzy.
I'm going to put you guys here. I'll still have you, between the two of you, actually, both of you roll initiative. Because between the two of you, I want to see who lands first and moves.
12.
Okay.
Ooh, 5.
Okay. All right. So I have this in the right order. Clank, Riswynn, and then we're going to say that these guys, because that makes sense. And then you guys will roll off once they land. So, so Clank prepares his rope. He looks over, and all he sees is Riswynn going,
Axe?
like, yeah, take out her axe, straighten her shoulders, sprout motherfucking magical wings, and you're like, it's go time! It's like Clank throws the rope over the side and scales his way down.
So let's see how that goes, by the way.
The scary part is we've probably
that's
done
true.
this before.
You what?
With scary part is we've probably already done this before, Clank and
We
I.
got breach team.
Yeah.
Climbing a rope
You
is
seem very
DC 10.
practiced.
Yes, it's very simple.
Yeah,
Whenever
up or
people
down,
can't
it's a
pay,
DC
they send
10.
Clank and I out.
And you're rolling
And we SWAT team,
athletics.
motherfucker.
So athletics DC 10, go for it.
It's an 18.
18 plus a lot.
No
Nice.
problem. You basically just
Hyper executed.
yeah. You're not
You
worried.
have rope burn.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't worry about rope burn, so you basically do a one around your hand and then just jump. And so you're using like the strength of your grip to control your descent, and you just all the way down, and you land. You land with a fairly solid thump. And you land actually right in the exact square where you are, right next to that guy. Riswynn, what corner are you descending from? Did you say you wanted to go down from this side or that side?
Probably this
She can go
side.
after anybody because she just targets them
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
flies at them.
That's pretty
But
much
she has
it.
to target somebody.
Oh, that's right. From the roof.
This is a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are cultists.
Yeah.
And then there's that big guy.
And
yeah.
what is this big guy? What is he?
Once you get down, you
Shadowy
couldn't see him from the
cloaked
roof.
dude.
Okay.
So once she lands, I'll tell you both.
I'm actually probably going to go for him because I remember him. I think of him as the cloak guy that might have seen me. So I'm going to make sure he really sees me this time.
That guy there?
Yeah.
No, he was too far.
He was too far
He was
out?
too far out. So it's one of the cultists that you can target. You can stick
I'll
your head
go-
over and target. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go for this guy then.
Sure.
I'll oath him first, of course.
Okay.
Where's my magical little piece of paper gone?
It was there earlier.
Where'd it go?
Someone stole my oath! This is crap!
I know
Piece
I
of
put
paper's
that.
under the map.
Is it?
Probably.
Oh, but I don't see it.
No.
Piece.
It's like right here. I can get another one.
No, it's not there at all, Jim.
He's over.
Oh, this will do this oath for now until we get another square.
Yeah. There was a square around there. Just
There
There was, yeah, there was a little
was,
orange square. I don't know where it went.
I'll get another one.
It
Just go,
disappeared.
roll.
I probably
It's
ate
cool.
it.
It's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So roll your descent. It's an acrobatics skill check of 10.
Athletics.
Or sorry, athletics. Skill check of 10.
No, it's not, 'cause she's flying down.
I'm flying, yeah. This,
Oh right.
This is my daily, yeah.
Yeah. This is your okay. Yeah. You don't have to roll that at all. You just
You
land.
may as well get me one too, Jim.
This you here? The
Yep.
short one?
I'm the dwarf. The darf.
The dwarf.
You're green.
No, don't knock it over. There we go. All right, you land there. Okay, so Marzia in through the door without a word of warning. All of a sudden, you see.
No, we said routine, go, go, go.
That was more to ourselves than over.
You guys said that to each
Teamwork,
other.
yeah.
I asked her if you told
Yeah.
the team. I asked her if she told the team, and she goes, "Clank's got my back." Off we go. That's all I got from that. So okay, so without a word of warning, you see rope, clank, thunk, and then Marzia just like comes out of nowhere, flies straight down with wings. Or sorry,
Riswynn,
Riswynn flies straight down with magical wings on her back.
It's go time.
Yeah.
So it's go
By the
down.
way, do I get to make an attack against this guy before she does any of this crap? 'Cause that's just my movement.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, because you are going to get to make an attack. She's going to make an attack. I just wanted to give these guys a chance to get in on the turn order first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she is seeing it as you guys are coming down, so I'm going to say that while you're descending, she can make the decision to be like, fuck, we gotta go, and just bust.
She's gonna like,
We're going.
Okay,
well,
so you're
guess
going?
we're going.
Alright, so you and Ruckus basically
team.
open the crap you open that door like it's not even there, and in you go. Where are you gonna move? You have your full movement to move in.
Just a correction from last session.
Yep.
Charging does not give you bonus movement. Being an orc does.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna go
Fair
here.
enough.
And for initiative 12.
Initiative 12?
Yep.
Okay. Well, definitely last week these guys. So that one, that
Miss
one.
Vicky's regular.
13.
Yeah, so Marzia, Ruckus. That's actually turning out fairly well.
Yep.
Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Okay, so Ruckus, you went first. Get your move on. Okay. Was that a charge, or is your normal movement that giant?
That's a charge.
That's a charge? Okay. All right, so now that you're all in, I'm going to give you a more detailed description of what you've got in the room.
To do that, I have to reprint my combat section because I have different attack due to that being a pure weapon.
Okay, well, actually, I'm going to take a quick second to go to the washroom then.
Alright then. I'm gonna scope out the dude on Utopia that I'm gonna get hit.
I pretty much have to wait till we get into actual war.
I just want to get an idea of how much I have to throw at him. He's their biggest dude.
You're gonna hit the halfling?
Yeah.
I gotta get some sleepies, you
Maybe no.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Where can you go?
Let's get it started.
Dude. Oh no, there were extra dudes. That's an awesome looking figure.
What?
It's an awesome looking figure.
Yes. It was one of my 2 alternate figures for Drax. Which I'm getting a lot of use of because I'm using Dragonborn all over the place here. Okay, that's fine.
No, he's their king.
Hmm?
He's their king.
What's king?
Utopia.
Are we in war yet?
No. Next tick.
Oh, they actually gave us a button?
No, I mean next tick we're out of fort.
Oh. I was not expecting that.
It looks up. Flash.
Pretty much, I'm like, whoa, I'm blinded by the light.
For those listening at home, I just flashed Alli.
This happens too often, John.
It was very exciting for everybody.
It was.
So,
But not for Zoe.
she's full of baby anger.
Additional teeth that is iced.
Yes, I put more in the fridge for you.
Thank you.
Foresight.
Where's my extra points?
Oh, there'll be plenty of points to go around. Plenty of points.
Speaking of,
I think he means stabby implement.
I think I'll
Wait a
go
minute.
upstairs and grab some.
That doesn't sound nearly as good. God damn it. So.
This is a complicated game board.
Okay, I'm back. Instead of having the charge attack, I have Whirling Rend, which is painful.
Whirling Rend, he'll rend the world.
Yeah, because Jim realized one of his abilities required him to have a two-handed weapon, not two one-handed weapons.
I remember.
It's okay. I never did
Yeah,
it.
so you had to switch it out.
Yeah, it's alright. You just said that. That's fine.
Alright.
Jim, you want to cook zero?
Yeah, I'd be charging that guy.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Jim?
Yeah. I'd be charging that guy.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll the attack.
No, because Clank gets to go first, then Riswynn, then Ruckus, then Marzia. But I'm just going to wait for Alli to get back so that I can give the full description of the room. Because now that you guys are in it, you can see everything about it.
Is it friendly? Are there unicorns? Is it Whimsyshire?
It's not Whimsyshire, but as you get closer, the cage turns into a...
Unicorn?
No, the gazebo. I'm like, fuck, how did I just lose that word? It was on the tip of my tongue.
That's okay. He has green fire. We're fine.
That's right.
Take that, gazebo. Damn it. The chips migrated out of range. Not allowed.
We are going to hear every one of those chips on the recording.
They are extra crunchy.
And extra delicious.
That's a lot of bodies.
No, that'll be just fine. Yeah.
That's not a scorpion in the cage.
No, the Pride Scorpion is standing in for what you guys will soon see described as a Bloodseeker Drake, full-sized adult Bloodseeker Drake.
Try. If none of these guys have ranged weapons, we're okay. We're cool. If all these guys have ranged weapons, we're fucked.
So dead.
The three closest to you take shots, and you get attacks of opportunity.
Yes. Just like
I assume this counts as a surprise round, by the way, right?
Yes.
I'd be surprised if a robot dropped on my head.
Now, what are the rules about surprise? I thought it was. What are the rules about surprise round? How does that work? Grab something and then get it off the map.
Well, there's nothing happening. Oh, there are things.
There are things over there that will need to go forward.
A surprise round in D&D pretty much means they give opportunity, or they give combat advantage,
Yeah.
and they don't get to act. That's all it is.
Oh.
They're just going like, wait, whoa.
So
And if
you-
they didn't have the weapons drawn, they have to use a minor action. No, a standard action.
Right.
Minor action to draw the weapon.
So you guys get a full round of combat before they get to do anything
Yes.
Correct.
with combat advantage.
And they don't get AFOs, and they don't get.
Because they're literally just going, oh, what? It rarely happens.
Yeah, you guys definitely surprise the crap out of them. Well, partly surprise the crap out of them, and partly they are very engrossed in what they're doing.
Not for long.
We'll see.
I was just trying to put Zoe back to this.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm an orc.
I need to note this. Wow, okay, well, that's something. guessing we'll cut this period out on the tape.
If I remember to, yeah. It'll be very obvious to see because there's going to be
No. Crunch, 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 crunch.
it's hypnotizing.
5 minutes of crunch later.
Yes. If that is the case, and it's like 5 minutes of nothing but eating noises, I'm not going to listen to this recording.
But I'm really hungry for chips now.
Oh, I just fucking hate eating noises.
I know.
I really enjoyed
Eating, but
no,
the
what
noises.
the name of a certain movie. It was Lone Ranger. I really enjoyed Lone Ranger, but the first 10 minutes couldn't take it because that kid walks into that like sideshow, and all you get in Dolby surround sound, in full theater sound, is the sound of him eating peanuts. I wanted to fucking strangle that kid.
Not your kid.
Okay, everybody back. Everybody paying attention. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so get rid of my description page. Son of a bitch.
Everyone ready? Everyone?
Everyone's ready, right?
Everyone, including
Everyone.
the DM. Okay. Alright. So you guys can now identify the. You guys can now identify the creature in the cage. The creature in the cage is a full-sized Bloodseeker drake. It currently appears to be subdued or sedated. Its eyes are open, but it's not moving, which is kind of odd for a drake in a cage. These 6 guys in robes are all human. For you guys, you can see that these guys are human. You can see that those guys are human. They're definitely performing some sort of ritual. Those of you with Arcana can feel free to roll Arcana checks, and I will let you guys know what you figure out based on that.
It's going to be that kind of night.
Hello, DM Cat.
20.
13.
Nice. 13.
So I rolled a 2.
All right.
I have
Well,
another one in the box.
even with a 13, you guys can tell that these 6 here are their ritual is subduing the drake. They're keeping it conscious, but subdued. Along the sides, 2 squares out from each side, halfway up the walls, so basically like 1 story off the ground, are ledges, like walkways, basically, catwalks, along both sides. There are stairs up here and there. You notice now that there are 4 more of these cultists over here that would have been watching the front door had you guys come in through the giant front cathedral-style doors. In the back over here, there is I wouldn't say he's physically imposing, but definitely based on the way he's dressed, an imposing-looking dragonborn at the back. He is covered in very extremely ornate, gilded ceremonial robes and sashes and all that kind of stuff. And he's surrounded by 4 people in black robes. These guys have white robes, those guys have black robes. These 4 guys in black robes that are around the altar that he's at, helping him with something obviously ritual related. So now that the scene has been set... Oh yeah, and that guy in the ritual circle over there is exactly the same kind of person that you guys saw in the first encounter. He is carrying a staff exactly like the one that Clank has, with the golden claw at the end. He's holding it in the air in one hand, and in the other hand he has a parchment that he's reading from in Draconic. None of you understand Draconic, so...
And what is that big imposing guy doing?
He is facing that altar. Mm-hmm. Him and those 4 guys are doing something to do with that altar. You're not sure what kind of ritual because you can't tell from here.
Okay.
It's not that your roll wasn't good, it was just that you'd have to be right up next to him, which you aren't. So, alright, so starting off, Clank, you go first, you rappelled down, and what do? You can get an attack on that guy.
I can, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sacrifice my attack action to make a move.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to move this way. 1, 2...
the black spots are pillars, so just to let you know.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't really see how many squares are required here.
3,
5,
6. Yeah, that's 6. Yeah. So you're here. Okay. Fair enough.
And I have a minor left, but I don't think there's anything I can really do with it from there.
Likely not.
Nope.
Okay. next up,
I threw it on the ground.
You guys stop doing that.
Riswynn. Okay, so you spread your wings, you
Yeah.
you flew down. Now it's time to roll on that ability
On the daily, yep.
and see whether he has a head left after that.
Unlikely.
Well, it depends if I hit.
You roll twice, he's your mark.
Right, that sure is my mark. I love you, Ardent. Not Ardent. God damn it, wrong freaking class. I love you, Avenging Powers. 19.
Roll again, maybe you got a 2 again.
It's a minion.
I know, but
18.
You're using up all of Jen's rolls.
Okay, so as you're flying down, you take your executioner's axe, you lay it out in front of you, and you lean on it, and you basically put it in the middle of his head, and get about halfway down before you get stuck. You finished landing, you pull the axe out, his top half kind of forks, and then he falls over.
Oh,
And when he falls over,
they start paying attention.
The Drake looks
actually,
up.
hold on.
I threw it on the ground.
That's my job.
Four of these cultists pop in a huge purple arcane explosion of energy that emanates out from the middle of the cage. Interrupting that ritual was really bad for them. The two that are left are no longer concentrating on keeping the Drake subdued.
There was feedback.
There was definitely feedback in that. So killing that one guy that spectacularly took out almost all the others.
Oh my god, that's bonkers.
Yeah.
Awesome, but bonkers.
The yes, no change in that Dragonborn over there, but these guys here are. You definitely have their attention if you didn't before.
The Dragonborn's like, I was expecting this. You're like, how are you expecting a dwarf flying from the ceiling?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. I'm awesome.
Okay, Ruckus, you are up.
and these are surprised, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Whirling Rend.
Okay. Since I don't have that on my version of your character sheet, what does that do?
I'll let you know if I hit. That's going to be a 18 versus AC.
On what? What are you attacking?
Anyone around him.
Sorry, you're here?
Mm-hmm.
So that, 18 versus AC, yeah. So,
Better hit a generic ass level 1 minion.
oh yeah. Well, describe your whirling rend.
Pretty much 2 weapons. If there was an enemy beside me, I hit them too.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, you take your hammers, swing them back one way, and then use the momentum to swing the other way. You start to whirl, and you hit this guy, pushes him into that square, and he falls over and dies.
Okay, and now I'll use my movement.
You already moved.
To get into the
Surprise
room.
round.
Surprise round. So, you'll be...
Unless Whirling Rend gives you movement.
No.
Okay. Marzia.
Here's plan.
Marzipan. I'm gonna viciously mock the remaining minion. Is he within 10?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, your friends are dead, and you're going to be dead soon. Ha!
You're next.
Your next biatch. And mock you a little, I
Look,
guess.
you little.
Oh,
13 versus Will.
You're like, we're coming for you! Shit! Craps his pants, falls over, dies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And it's a frou-frou elf that says that
Have you
kills
seen
him.
any dragon
The least intimidating person
He's not
in
worried
this
about
party.
her. He just saw
An airdrop
dwarf with an executioner's axe,
Drop dwarf?
flying skeleton,
Stop
flying
words,
warforged.
Warforged, and a guy with 2 giant F-off crag hammers that hit his friend so hard he moved 10 feet. So, yeah.
I told you.
He's
there's
like,
clip
fuck it, I
movements.
choose not life.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm out.
Surprise round over. I'm just actually going to roll in the minions now that they actually...
All these
All
guys
the rest
over
of the
here.
minions.
Oh, potentially those guys over there.
Okay.
The
So-
array of minions.
These guys... You guys didn't roll great for your AC, so these guys
What?
get to...
Initiative.
Or initiative, sorry.
You don't roll for AC.
Well, you didn't roll great for your initiative, so these guys get to end up at the start of the turn order. So maybe, yeah, okay, that's fine. So
Yes, come closer.
5, 6, and then the same kind of thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. No, I'll have him go this way. And then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, stand beside each other. Good plan.
So they can't do anything from where they are, but they move. They've moved. Clank, you're up.
Okay, so somebody remind me how burst is out for me. So burst 2, like if I were to stand here, for example, would hit.
Yeah, 2 out in every direction.
So if I were to stand 1 over to the left, it would hit 3
hit
of them.
the main guy.
There's
Correct.
no way,
It would
there's
hit
no
all
way
of
for me to
them
make it
except
hit all of
that
them, except if I were to somehow manage to stand.
Yeah. Unless you
Can I stand there and hit all of them with a burst 2?
Yes.
I forgot for those
Yes.
guys. Hold on, sorry.
You will effectively hit all of them.
Okay. All right. Before you start your movement, what square did you start in?
It was,
Somewhere around there.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of the surprise round, just before this round starts, the Drake, who's no longer being subdued by the minions, starts to stir.
So he's in a cage.
He
right?
is definitely in a cage.
Okay.
He is contained, but now he's kind of pissed off about being in a cage.
Right.
So he is starting to thrash around something fierce. The cage is going left, right. He's stuck in there, but he's not happy about it. Hearing that racket, the main guy turns around. These 4 continue what he's doing. So he turns around, gets a quick survey of the situation, puts up one hand, says something in Draconic, and then turns around again. Clank, you see a shimmering along the edge of the stairs. You cannot go past.
Damn it!
What a jerk.
I want to make sure I was there and not one before, because I started out.
You were definitely...
You were there.
I started out here, right?
Yeah.
I thought you started here.
That-
No, I
here-
was definitely on.
that
Because
corner.
that guy was here, so you were either one of these
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess
Yeah,
so. That's
yeah.
where I was.
Okay. So yes, there is
Son
a
of
force.
bitch.
Sorry, but oh well.
Force field.
Yes, I'm not trying to be a dick. I have it written down that way. That is how that goes. So
I guess we'll take
you
it as
have not
buddies.
wasted any of your action. You can use your full, your standard, your move any way that you want to at this point.
Basically, have to turn around and run back the other way. Or, so this, can I do an Arcana check quickly to figure out what I can figure out about this
Absolutely.
magical force field?
Go for it.
That's a 12. Or sorry, 15.
So 25. So tell me all about the force field.
Well, specifically about the force field. Okay. This is a force field of dark draconic magic. You don't know how high level a mage or magic wielder you have to be to put up a force field this high, but suffice it to say, at least in recent memory, you can't remember ever seeing a force field this strong before. You don't know where it has come
Great.
from. Yeah. It.
So I don't know anything about it. It's not one of these I can sense its power or what it blocks or.
Yeah, you can tell that it blocks basically everything but light.
Cool.
You
All
can
right.
see in there, but at this point, you can't penetrate. Yeah.
So radiant attacks, eh?
Yeah.
You guys.
Having being bereft of radiant attacks, I guess I'll
Having no radiant attacks.
turn around and go back the other way.
Having radiant vengeance.
Yeah, suddenly your dwarf turns into a radiant beam of awesome.
Pure light.
Thankfully, though, they don't seem terribly interested in you. The force field is just to keep you out, not to actually,
Alright, well, I guess I turn around.
Having gotten close, can you see what they're actually doing over there?
roll it.
I mean, it's up to you if you
Nick
want to
wants
know.
to.
Yeah, well, am I close enough to detect anything with the rituals?
Yeah. Well, I'll say you are.
That's a 6.
So, 16.
One sec. Okay.
Maybe if we act really quiet, she'll go to sleep.
We're funny.
If we pretend we're not here.
Okay. since it's in the middle of combat, I'm actually going to give you a description slightly lower than what you rolled. At the end of combat, if you want to either take that roll and run with it, I'll give you the better one, or if you want to do another check, I'll let you do another check and get a better one. But this is what you know about what they're doing.
Now, this guy, is he here or here? Or here or here?
Right now, he's in the cage. He's suspended above. If he perchance were to escape, I would choose a square where he goes in. But he is right in the middle right now.
Okay.
And he's a medium-sized creature?
Good question. Yes, medium natural beast.
Okay.
Gonna need some good cooking tonight.
Spice up the other Drake meat.
Okay. Out of the original set, only number 1 is remaining. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone.
Alright, well, I can't get my way through this thing, so I guess I will start moving back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sacrifice. Your standard.
Yeah, I'm just deciding where I'm going to go. That cage, what does it look to be made of?
It is made from fairly solid iron bars. The weakness, if you will, in it would be the cage door, which the hinges seem kind of rusted, and the chain that's holding it is more thick rope that has been sort of slightly reinforced. I guess they kind of cheaped out on securing said cage.
Considering they were planning on keeping it subdued by...
Exactly.
This whole time.
If for some crazy reason you wanted to bust it open, you could do it. You figure that it's probably not in any danger of getting out this round or next round. But if you guys take too long to somehow deal with it, then it is going to eventually get out, but probably not anytime soon. Where were those?
Sorry.
Alright. And I'm just going to sacrifice the rest of my movement to get... And I'm going to move towards this guy.
Okay.
And I'll put my mark on him.
Sounds good. Okay, so that's Clang's action. Riswynn.
Right. Okay, so that one's on that.
So
Force field.
Yeah, no, there's a force fix. I saw that with what happened to Clank.
yeah, so these guys are rushing forward towards you. This guy still seems to be very intent on what he was doing before. He still has not bothered to pay you guys any attention at all.
Take him out.
He's going to pay attention in a second.
And the
Free
cage is
action.
forward.
I got the little ones. They're all little to Ruckus, but you know what he means.
Don't forget, this is just ground. You can run right through here.
Oh, yeah. So a pool of blood confusing me.
It's bloody ground, but it is just ground.
7.
Yeah.
But you do have a movement. You do have an attack that allows you to shift before you attack.
That's my encounter, yeah.
Yeah, it's an encounter.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll shift my 2 squares, then move up my normal 5 and use my encounter on him. I'm gonna mark him first.
He's double marked.
He's double marked. He's my new oath.
So does that replace my mark?
Nope.
It's
just my mark on top
Because
of it.
hers is an oath.
Yeah.
That's what the difference is. Normally, yes, marks supplant other marks.
Right.
Yeah,
But
mine's an oath.
Her oath
it's special.
explicitly says that it can exist with other marks.
because it's holy.
It's holy and special and full of muggy goodness.
So how do you move?
So first you shift 2. Just in time.
Yes. And I will use my angelic alacrity on him.
That sounds exciting. What does that do?
Yes. Focus divine energy through your body to gain uncanny speed as you make your attack.
She Roadrunners.
I Roadrunner to his face.
Roll 2d20.
Wow. I could have actually shifted 4 squares.
Because of your dexterity.
Because of my dex, yes.
Because she's pursuit.
Yeah.
It's a specialty for her. So first roll is 3, and the
I
second
believe you'll
roll
probably
is
want to use something else.
13 plus.
Plus 6, so 19
versus
AC. Yeah.
On the main guy over there?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, Ruckus says, I got the little ones. You give him a nod of understanding, you put your head down, and you just bolt over to the other side. You run straight through the pool of blood. You don't care that you're splashing up blood everywhere. Who cares? And, dodging the bits of corpse and broken bones and stuff like that as you're going through. You get right up to the guy, take a back swing with your axe, and you just barely miss him. You've miscalculated just a little, and your axe swings wide.
Aw.
Wow, that's quite the AC.
Yep.
Yep. So, he is continuing his ritual. Ruckus, you're up. Unless you have a minor that you'd like to do or anything like that.
She burned a minor, putting a mark on him.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Minor to mark, movement to
exactly.
move, attack to attack. Okay, you're up.
Yep, I'm done.
Unless you actually point.
Howl Fury, do.
Somewhat
That was
fury.
a 21 versus AC.
On the minions.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I thought
And
you were
Defender
over there.
loses in 4th ed.
Defender loses?
Yep, Mark proved that to me last thing we did.
Oh.
Defender loses in 4th ed.
That's weird. I was about to say.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So anyhow,
Where do you see that?
he showed it to me in the player's handbook.
Interesting.
But yes, so that's 1 weapon damage plus 4, and the howl of a blast 3. Each enemy in the blast other than the target takes thunder damage equal to my con modifier, which is 3.
The blast 3.
So that killed
Like
all
that?
the minions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those. Poof.
He did have the minions.
They are gonzo. So that was what was the name of that attack?
Howl of Terror.
Howl of
Howl of Fury, sorry. Fury.
Oh, no problem. So you approach these human ritualists in the robes, and they're looking kind of frail. As soon as you get up to them and you loom over them, they don't just look frail; they're feeling frail. They're like, "Don't hurt us!" And you just let out a roar of that puts them in abject terror. Roar! And in their attempt to escape, they run into each other, knock each other out, fall to the ground, and then you coup de grace to finish the two of them off.
No, I'm just going to chuckle.
Good times.
Okay, that's it.
If the check result is higher than or equal to your opponent's defense, you hit.
Wow.
Yep. So yeah, Defender loses in 4th ed.
Craziness.
Interesting.
Awesome, but
Never
craziness.
would have guessed.
Mm-hmm.
Just another way
So that puts that guy's AC at 20 or higher. Bastard.
Yep.
Yes.
She rolled a 19.
Yep.
All right, next. That's Ruckus with movement and...
Ruckus movement. Yeah. Okay.
I'll use a minor to try and figure out what the scary point of this Drake is.
Sorry,
No.
what do you mean the scary point?
Using nature to figure out... anything
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
I didn't roll high enough. It looks good to cook.
Totally tasty.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So Marzia.
Frolicking back.
La 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 la. Alright, I'm gonna viciously mock the.
You're smelly and I
He's
hate
just
you.
pointing at people making fun of them.
I'm attempting to butcher some draconic insults.
What does that hit against?
Will.
Okay.
That's not going to hit shit.
Not likely to hit it.
10.
Yeah. No. He
Is she a frail child?
I'm running out of d20s.
He still is unfazed with everything happening around him. He's still holding up the staff, holding the parchment, and chanting in Draconic. You guys he doesn't seem to really care at this point, so he's fairly into that. Okay, so that start of new rounds. Mignon, go first.
So none of these guys are in the fight?
None of those guys are in the fight yet. Yeah, those are, I haven't assigned them yet, but those are those guys over there. And they also are very intent on continuing what they're doing with no regard for what you guys are doing. So, continuing on,
Yeah, I'm going to spend a free action to just basically say, gentlemen, it looks like they're trying to sacrifice that Drake.
The Drake, while pissed, does not get out of his cage. Okay, so start of new round. Minions go first. Wow. Not a single minion.
What's left of the minions go first?
I can't believe I threw 10 minions at you and not a single one of them has managed to hit any of you guys yet.
Now's your time to shine.
Okay, so he can move into that square without
Yes,
any
yes.
issues.
No problem.
and also that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this one here is going to attempt to stab you with a dagger. A sacrificial dagger. Sacramental wine, Noah.
Double the stabbities. Yeah.
19 versus AC.
That's a hit.
All right, you take 4 damage.
Ow.
The oven stabbed it.
The other one over there is going to attempt to stab Riswynn with another ceremonial sacrificial dagger of pointiness. 17 versus
Hit.
AC.
My AC 16. Yep, he hits me.
4 damage.
No, not 4 damages.
All right. Clank, you're up.
I'm going to shift 1 square and then use Luring Strike,
Okay.
which allows me to shift again to right there.
Dance,
So,
dance,
Luring strike, that's the one where you sort of deke and like fake him
You
out.
step behind your foe, strike quickly, and then dart away, drawing the creature after you. So either before or after the attack, you can shift 1 square is the effect.
Neat.
So
So he's doing it before, therefore he gets
I'm doing it
combat
before to
advantage.
get my combat advantage.
Yeah.
No. There's no.
That is not likely to be it.
No.
With the +2 and the
That was
modifier.
a 14 versus AC.
Yeah, that's gonna do nothing. So you very adeptly, you shift, but he's not actually attacking you. But you shift safely, and then get up around behind him. And as you're making your movement, you take out your Kopesh and you try to hook him in the side, and it actually bounces off his robes, and you're like, unexpected. Kind of figured that would slash right through him.
I'm confused.
Apparently, underneath his robes, he's a little tougher than he looks. Riswynn!
Right.
Mrs. Riswynn.
I know. This guy is causing me troubles. In the sense that I can't hit him.
It's a problem.
Yes, I'm going to use Bond of Pursuit on him.
Well, you now have a +2 because you're flanking, so congratulations.
Woohoo!
And he's your mark, so
And he's my mark, yes.
You know he missed with his attack, so you could use your encounter and make him roll again, eh?
Oh,
That's what the encounter thing is if you have a mark and someone misses your mark. So for next time.
Well, no.
was he on my guy though?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm this guy.
Yeah.
He's flanking
I'm
with
sorry.
you.
I get these two confused. Terrible to say.
Okay. So yes, I will let you do that. If
Yeah,
you want, because your turn
yeah,
hasn't
definitely.
started.
Let
so
Nick
that's
try
your
to roll
encounter
again.
power. What is it?
It's my Oath of Enmity counter power. It allows when the
One enemy you can see in the burst.
if an effect forces you to roll twice, use low results. If the effect lets you roll, what the hell?
When you
No, that's for
make an
me.
attack against the target.
Oh,
It's
is
your
it
second
Divine
phase.
Guidance?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, this one here. It's the immediate interrupt. So an ally within 10 squares who makes an attack roll against the Oath of Enmity is the trigger, and then I allow him to use to make a second roll and you see the result.
So regardless of whether he hits or misses, but the trigger is just that somebody attacks your oath.
When an ally within 10 squares attacks.
But you
Yes.
can't use it as a result of me missing.
Yes.
No, okay. So you can basically say okay, Nick's attacking.
No,
I'll
it
let him
says
roll.
it says immediate. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
So
So you declare
have
your
to-
attack is you get to roll twice. It's for someone who uses their daily or their.
Yeah, you can't use it as a
Gotcha.
reaction to be missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Good
Okay,
to know.
Yeah, that's sorted.
But it's
So if
just,
you're using your daily, point it out to Alli if you're pointing
Yeah,
it out.
so that I can immediately go okay, double rolls, go.
yes, extra effort to draw Ali's attention when you're going to do something cool.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Bond of Pursuit, my at will
Yep.
on him. And he's not. I don't think he's going anywhere. Better not be going anywhere.
But if we can hit him,
or I'll chase him down if he tries. Okay, so
Boo! That's a 13 plus your whatever. I was here.
13 plus 6, so 19 again.
Don't forget, it's
Plus
21.
two.
Oh,
because I
21.
flanked it.
Flanking, yes.
There we go. That's a hit. So
Roll,
now you can hit.
roll your damage.
Roll your
You
damage.
are 21, so flanking is yes.
Nice.
8 plus 6.
14.
14 damage.
Wow. All right.
You kneecapped him.
That will help.
Maybe he'll notice me now. I'm down here.
Pay attention, bitch.
Dragonborn Senpai, pay attention to me.
There we go. Okay, so is that the one where you say you can't get away from me? Kind
Yes,
of bonded
exactly.
Pursuit? You go.
Utter a promise to follow him if he tries to escape.
Right. So you see Nick get in there and miss, and you're fairly sure that Dragonborn at least moved, and you're like, "You slimy bastard! You can't get away like that!" and you
Get him.
You basically you take a big old swing at his knees, and you hit him pretty bloody hard in the knee.
Kneecapped him with an axe.
You kneecapped him with an axe. That hurt like a bitch for him.
Yeah.
Now you have a Dragonborn standing on one leg, holding a staff, reading a parchment in Draconic. Give me just a sec.
That's kind of
here.
fair.
Hold on. There may be an interrupting effect. Where is my D20 of death? I mean friendliness.
It's right in front of you.
Thank you.
Extra.
Literally.
I'm looking at all my other dice.
Striker, Alli. You strike.
Sure.
Well, I just realized that if I crit on that thing, I do 18 damage. That's one of my at-wills.
That's very nice.
That's pretty insane,
You know,
yeah.
you have a potential of doing 18 damage.
If you crit on it, you do 18 damage. If I roll a 20 and crit,
But do recall that you also have the plus D, an extra weapon damage because of the crit, because of your weapon.
There we go.
there's another D12.
Yes.
Okay, I do a hell of a lot more than 18
The
damage.
Executioner axe is very
That's
scary.
right, I forgot about that horribleness.
What has happened?
If she crits with her Executioner axe, she gets to roll another weapon die, no matter what the ability.
So I get my normal 18 damage for the ability and then another D12 on top of that.
You
It's pretty
critical hit
crazy.
him?
No, I didn't, but
Yeah.
if I do,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
figure it out again
All
what
right,
would
okay.
happen.
Yes. Critical.
It's terrifying.
Crit.
Yeah,
We
that's
already looked
kind
it
of different. All right, so that's Riswynn's action. You don't want to take any
just
minors?
this.
No,
make any?
no, I'm good for now.
Okay. Ruckus, cause some havoc.
No. He can get an attack opportunity, I don't care.
He will.
Who
At
will?
least attempt to.
That guy.
He ran away from the minion that he was right next
Oh.
to. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So, you turn and go to run. He shanks you in the side as you take off 4 damage.
Okay. I'll run with the dagger in my side. I'm going to be charging this guy, so we get a +1 to the attack, and it's going to be a melee basic. Oh, okay, so that's 22 versus AC.
20 splorch versus AC. Got it. So you run up to him. You swing the Craghammer back. You hit him in the head and drive him like a spike.
And once I drive him like a spike, I use my encounter free action to shift to and deal him 1 weapon dice.
Okay.
What?
Whirling Lunge. You shift 2 squares and then deal 1 weapon damage to an enemy adjacent to you that you can see. As soon as I reduce someone to 0 hit points,
Yeah,
he's
nice.
down.
Nice.
It's pretty much hit with 1, follow through with the other. That's a 1d10, I believe, is the correct hammer damage. Yeah, +4. But it's only 1d4, well 1d10, because you don't get the +4 for this.
Yeah, still pretty cool.
So 4 damage.
4 damage to the Dragonborn.
Yep. And now I'm beside him. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Fair.
That one means like, but I'm so important.
I'm gonna play a power chord with the remaining minion.
You're gonna play power chord. Nice.
With your loot?
Yes.
Oh god! My face melting!
You saw.
You master
Nothing
exploder
power
him?
chord. Yeah. 24 versus Will.
I'm definitely gonna say that's wait. That's against the minion.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Yes, that hits.
Oh, good. His eardrums burst.
Yeah. You're like, this is not the world's greatest song. This is just a tribute, and he's like, no.
It's like, I hate tributes.
No, all I'm picturing right now is the scene from Tenacious D and the Pixie Dex.
Oh,
the scene
God.
where he's like, and the guy's like,
His head
sorry. I did not mean
To blow your mind.
but that shit happens to me.
All the time.
Alright. Majestic word. You may spend a healing surge. And
None of us are really that hurt.
healing
I'll
surge
take it.
+4.
Ooh, I'm full.
Yay.
Literally, that, yeah.
That's
I'm
nice.
good.
Let's see.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right. The end of your turn. Actually, hold on. So at the end of your turn, which is actually the end of the full turn order, this guy turns back, has another quick look, surveys the field, realizes that ain't good.
Holy shit, we got our asses kicked.
So
Surrounded.
So he turns back to these guys, says something, waves his arm sideways, and you see these guys take off to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. And on this side, Jim, can you move those for me? So they sort of disappear as they go up the stairs. The stairs is a solid wall here, so you can't see them, but you can assume that they're probably going up to a room up there, or they're going up to the ledges up there. Or
Yeah. There's a passageway, like a catwalk right over here, right?
Yeah, the catwalk is the outer 2 squares all the way along the side, from the back there to these stairs, from the back there to those stairs. So those are coming in that way. Okay, I am going to add them in here. And then... Okay, that Drake, he thrashes around, the cage is moving side to side, nothing. Still not managing to get out. So...
Put those guys away.
Those guys we no longer need. Clank, you're up.
I will do another luring strike. I'm not going to shift or anything, but... Actually... How does that work? Do I have to?
May?
Yeah, I'm gonna look. You can shift 1 square.
Okay.
Alright, luring strike.
That's a 20.
20!
So full damage.
Nice.
So that is...
8 damage.
Yep, an 8 damage.
Nice. Go Clank. You're
Start
awesome.
my,
So your attack roll was natural 20,
Yes.
and so you do crit for 8 damage.
Mm-hmm. And shift 1 square and slide the target 1 square into the space you occupied. Shift 1 square and slide the... Oh, I see. So it actually does move him to here.
Did he just move away from the person who has pursuit on him?
You shift 1... That doesn't trigger any of her shift, though.
Move the marks with them.
Yeah, I'm just...
You don't want to mark Clank.
Sure.
Clank
Just
the
seeing-
tank does not need mark.
Yeah, you shift 1 square and then slide the target 1 square into the space you occupy.
You don't have to shift where he is, eh? You can-
Yeah, no, I can shift wherever the hell I want, and starting from here, I can stay right there. I can shift to there.
Yeah, you can back up 1,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
so
shift him
basically,
back.
it basically hauls him.
Okay.
Away from the dangerous cage.
You have finally managed to get the attention of the Dragonborn chaplain that was doing all the chanting and whatnot. He seems to give up a little bit, drops the parchment, takes his razor claw staff and swings around and tries to take a chunk out of Clank. So, let's see what we end up with here.
My AC is 20.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what your AC is, because in his attempt to swing around, he loses balance and just basically ends up spinning uselessly in a circle. Almost loses his staff, grabs his staff, and then attempts to look menacing.
Yes. Not terribly successful.
Yeah. Okay. Riswynn.
Right.
Some shifting may be required.
Did not mean to blow your mind.
Well, he didn't end his turn.
He did end his turn.
No, he didn't end it adjacent to me.
No,
That's
he,
true.
He did.
No.
Oh, you're right.
I can
Yes,
shift
that's
to
right.
him
Yep.
as part of my bond of pursuit.
Yep.
Hi.
It's not like a move action. That's
Yep.
a free action.
That's just, hey, you can't get away from me.
Magnetic pull.
Pretty much. And I'm going to hit him with the bond of pursuit again, because I can't have him getting away from me. That's not cool. I don't like that.
Not cool, man.
That's not cool, man.
One hit with bondage pursuit coming up.
Damn right. It's all about the bondage pursuit. Dwarven bondage.
They're hard as rocks.
The hard as rocks.
Dwarven bondage is the hottest kind.
You can roll again. Just need to get a 20.
Yeah.
Nope.
15 plus 6.
21.
21.
It's 23.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, so 23.
Yeah. That's it. Roll
Good
damage.
damage. You and your executioner's axe of pow. 5 plus.
So 11.
You have plus 6 damage?
Yes.
How do you have plus 6 damage?
I have +6 damage. That's what the sheet tells me, and that's what I'm going with.
Well, what's your strength? Sorry, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is
Plus
18
4.
+4.
So probably something has to do with your...
Axe itself, maybe? It says I got +6 on the thing, so...
Where?
The
Where
axe
is it?
itself is just
+6,
Yep.
+6,
One
+6.
Yep.
It has to do with
Yeah.
the being a dwarf, though, and wielding an axe.
Yeah.
Oh, probably because the feet, yeah, that would make sense.
You have a feat for it, yes.
Her axe deals more damage because she's dwarf.
Fair enough.
She's channeling dwarf power.
Moradin's like...
Dwarven
Yeah.
power of
I'll
awesome!
allow it.
Ruckus.
Cage is holding. Yep.
Good, buddy. You can roll twice.
I don't want to roll twice. I just want to roll once.
But it's too bad you can roll twice.
Okay.
I beat him in the back of the head with my mug, and then it comes back, so it's like a boomerang.
I'll use Whirling Rend because it doesn't force me to hit the person beside me. Whereas my Howling Rage attack does.
what?
It hits all
This
creatures.
hits all creatures in the burst. This
Adjacent.
hits only enemies. So I'm using the Whirling Rend.
The one that hits only enemies.
Yes.
But the Howl of Fury's target is one creature.
Yes, one creature. And then here, if I hit, I get to eat someone else. But this is specifically an enemy adjacent to me, so I don't just beat on Riswynn because she's there. Whereas if I use this one, I howl and hit you.
No, it's each enemy in the blast, other than the target, takes thunder damage equal to your con modifier.
Well, either way, it's the same damage because he doesn't take any bonus damage. So yes, I'm going to use Whirling Rend. 7, and the second roll is... Okay, that's going to hit. That's a 21 versus AC.
Just barely.
14 points of damage. Just barely what?
Got through.
That's the second roll.
So you know how
You're
she
welcome.
decapped him with the with her axe?
It's all about the follow through.
Yeah. You decide you're going to try something like that. Crag hammers to the knees. You, what was it, Tonya Harding? You Tonya Harding the fuck out of him.
He won't be skating anytime soon.
He will not be skating anytime
No, his
soon. How much
magnificent
damage was
skating
that?
career.
14.
That was 14 damage.
14 damage?
He was looking
Yeah.
forward to the next
You
time.
roll up with the
Be
Crag
epic.
hammer. Not
totally
only
was.
is Tonya hurting him, but the bottom half of that leg comes off, and he just collapses.
Is he dead?
Well, I hope so.
And how? He is dead. All right.
The lesson here is don't ignore us when you're channeling stuff, or we're gonna come and kneecap you with axes and hammers.
All right.
Remember to be yourself. And don't mess with us or we'll sting you at once and kill you.
Interesting.
A message
From the bees.
All right, Marzia, you're up.
All right. So these guys are going up.
Mm-hmm.
That cage, how is it attached to the ceiling?
So it's attached to large metal poles with heavy chains.
Okay.
Get away from the cage. It's pissed.
Pretty much. I'm gonna move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Makes sense.
So now here, there's like a raised area that we can't get to or something like that right now, or
Catwalk.
Stairs.
Yeah, you can. These are just stairs up onto the catwalk. You can get to the catwalk. I mean, if you had wasted a bunch of turns, you could have gone up here, all the way across, down those stairs and in, because there was no force field in that direction. So you could have done that. I don't think anybody would have wasted like 8 turns running all the way over here, all the way up the stairs, all the way across the catwalk, all the way down. You know? So, but yes.
Cue the Ben Hill music.
I'm
so what do you do
gonna
now?
viciously mock the Drake
Why would you do this?
You're gonna mock the Drake.
In the cage?
in the cage.
Go for it.
You're in a cage.
Cage.
Oh, God.
Way to be in a cage.
Wow, you really mocked the shit out of him.
24 versus Will.
She pretty much calls him the most useless and inept Drake ever.
you are the fattest, stupidest Drake I ever did see.
Okay.
Yeah. How did you even get captured?
Yeah. Roll some damage.
7. And he now takes a -2 penalty to attack rolls until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm all the way over here
Mercy, what have you done?
Why would you attack the thing that's caged?
because I
Yeah.
can.
So you turn around and the beast doesn't really understand your words terribly well.
Well, it is a second attack.
I'm making rude
But it
gestures.
is right. But what it does get is an absolutely horrible, like burning hot pokers through the temples kind of sensation, which drives it absolutely nuts. It
Psychic
busts free, lands a square away, and gets a free move action.
So you just thought
It still has a minus 2.
pissing off be a good idea in the process?
Yeah.
I made it less competent.
Yep. Okay, so these guys get some move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, the catwalks.
Oh, the gunbox. They're gonna do their little turn.
Does anybody have a ridiculously high strength?
3, 4, 5, 6.
I wonder how well Drake holds up against magic force field.
Mario 64. It's like electric fence.
If it was electric fence, we'd have shocked the hell out of Clank. It is literally, it is a force field. It is like against force.
Just bounces off.
Oh no, he hit a load bearing pillar!
Okay, fuck it.
Dragon Boy there is like, I smell roast Drake. Turns around.
He's here.
Why did we think of that?
Turns out to the trunk of the dragon.
Cat. You gotta check their range.
How high is this catwalk?
Like 10 feet. Halfway up, you said.
Halfway up was okay. Full size was 30 feet, so 15 feet, so 3 squares up.
John, can I petition something?
Yes.
I would like to petition Drake's falling down force fields out windows.
I just fall down just a tail. Making the wall.
These guys are crazy.
It's fantabulous. Hey, Garrett Hicks, we brought something for you. Tie it back, drag it back into town.
I wonder if we can knock it out.
We brought you a pet.
He's the new town guard. We call him Snappy. Give his own little chapeau.
Careful, he bites.
Put a patch on him. There we go. Now you work for the guard.
He's a deputy Snappy.
I got a question for archers. If they're shooting from an elevated
No
place,
bonus.
no, not bonus, but do I have to count the squares going down as well as the squares going across?
I would say
Because
no.
you would think that the arrow just continues to fall with gravity, that it would just be across.
If you're going for long range, yes. If it's short range, no, don't bother.
Yeah. We're definitely within range of archers.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure. Well, the
Range 15.
Is it 15?
What happened, man?
15 squares.
Okay, all right. So
15 feet.
You're
I'm
good.
like, that makes no sense.
These bows are so shitty.
Why did we make our bows out of string and not actual, elastic bands or something?
Actual ligaments.
God, we are stupid in the future.
There's air.
This
can
one can
fall
hit,
out
that
that
one
thing.
cannot.
Yep.
So this one is going to aim for the closest, which is the dwarf. He's going to attempt
How
a sniper
dare he?
shot.
If only you had the ability to fly.
She already used
I already used that.
You go outside, do like Skyrim, take an 8-hour rest, and jump back in.
All right.
I want to make that fucking Drake the deputy for the town.
Oh wow.
I think it'd be awesome.
Okay.
Deputy
Deputy-
Snappy.
Deputy Drake.
Deputy Drake.
Deputy Drake.
Yeah, he'd be
The
awesome.
Adventures of Guardsman Hicks and Deputy Drake.
Damn right.
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be the best story ever.
All right,
This one, 19 versus AC.
Oh yeah, he hits. I got 16 AC.
3 damage. So you get
You are wounded.
it. Just kind of nicks your shoulder as it goes by, but that's kind of annoying.
Hey,
Yeah. So the
Denting your armor.
who brought a bow to a
That-
friggin' axe fight?
that one over there is going to attack Clank.
I tell you, Amanda's
that
gonna
one over
die.
there is
That's
gonna
who.
attack Ruckus. Fuck, they're both gonna attack Ruckus. Actually,
Poor Ruckus.
sorry, Ruckus.
I'm a big
It's a
orc,
pretty
it
hard,
makes sense.
angle on me, basically.
Yeah.
If this is a 15 feet up,
Yes.
like
Yeah. Okay, that is 25 versus AC.
Hits.
I think that hits.
That's 5 damage. That's a 10 versus AC, so that one's gonna bounce. So you, as you are, being snuck up on by a drake.
I don't think it's sneaking.
As the drake breaks out of its cage and makes its way there, you turn around to see what's going on, and you get an arrow in the side of the neck. And you're like, oh, that's not very comfortable. You pull it out, break it in half, and keep going while another one bounces off your back.
Orcs like fucking savages.
Get down here and use big hammers like real fighters. Sir, you don't think real fighters use that? They use more sophisticated god hammers.
Okay, give me a quick second here. Okay, so the ornately adorned dragonborn at the altar turns toward his party. He casts off his bulky robes, revealing gleaming raven black scale armor. What?
He's Chippendale.
It's a walk-off.
Revealing gleaming black, raven black scale armor underneath. He throws his head back and breathes a large plume of fire out towards the ceiling in rage. He begins to chant loudly. His chanting fills the room, and the entire warehouse seems to shake with each draconic syllable. A hot wind circles the warehouse, biting your skin like a desert sandstorm. Suddenly, a full-sized green dragon appears on the stairs by the altar. The force field disappears. It's a menacing beast with an almost ghostly presence. For those with Arcana trained, you can see it emanating magic as if it was constructed entirely from the magical ether itself. You are all frozen in terror, as would be the cultists if they had survived to this point. Skip that because they're an occultist.
Nope.
Skip. Like literally
just flipping pages. Okay, so to the next part.
The dragon grunts, spreads its wings, and leans down. The black-scaled dragonborn climbs up onto its back and pats the side of its neck. It lets out a blood-curdling screech, turns around this way,
I don't have no blood.
opens its maw and hurls a huge acidic breath at the back wall, causing it to sizzle and crumble away. It bursts through the remaining rubble and flies off, taking the black-scaled dragonborn with him.
Oh, that wasn't a load-bearing wall.
That was stuck. That's what
There is now a big fuck-off hole in that wall.
And you said the portal,
It shimmered and disappeared.
it disappeared?
Yeah, the force field shimmered and disappeared as the dragon appeared.
Okay.
So, let's see. We got that. Clank, you're up first.
Okay, so up here is like a 15-foot... What is here? Like this... What is this in terms of like difficulty to scale or whatever?
Oh, it's a balcony coming out from the wall.
Okay.
So, like, if you were under it, it would be 15 feet above you flat.
Okay.
If you're out sort of looking up, the bottom is just like maybe about that thick stone walkway.
Okay.
With, what do you call it, railings that are about maybe that tall. In terms of trying to scale it from down here, you would need to throw something 15 feet up around the railing and hoist.
Can I use my Aegis of Assault power to mark one of those guys if I'm close enough? It's burst 2.
Burst 2.
10 feet. Sorry, technically it'd be 15 feet. Because it's... No, yeah, 10 feet from him, so... Yeah, he needs one more. You can jump up.
Can I run and jump up underneath him and
you know what? I'm
mark
gonna say that your Aegis, it goes 2 out, but it goes like...
High?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will let you mark one of them if you want to do so.
Okay, so I'm
you
gonna...
have to get like right up close as if you were bursting them, on this level.
Yeah, so I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
You can move right underneath them.
Yeah, just for the ease of not having two
Right.
things on the same square.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'll mark this guy.
Okay. Okay.
And they most assuredly cannot shoot me from down there. So does the walkway go around here at all or anything like that, or?
Nope. It goes from the top of these stairs to the edge of those stairs, basically, is where it goes. And then, like, the railing at the top here does one of these and goes down the stairs. So the railing starts.
So could I come over here and clamber over or something like that?
Yeah. I'll say that the railing stops at at the bottom of the stairs here. So if you went this way, you could go like. I would let you get over the bottom one.
And can they see me from there? Like, could they shoot at me if I was here? Or are they on another level?
They're a level up, and based on the radius of that corner, I'm going to say that they're going to take a -4 penalty to trying to hit you while you're on the first two. But as soon as you're up here, you're on the same level with them. So they're going to take a -4 here, but once you get up, they will.
I'm just going to come so that I'm right about here. So I'm still underneath the edge, and I can come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like next turn if I wanted to, I could come here, but on the next level.
Actually, these guys sort of moved over in their thing, so they're here. And if you want to get under the edge right there.
Okay. So from here, I could move next turn. That I could go and end up in this spot, but on the upper level if I wanted to next turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do that then. I'm just gonna move to there and then hang out.
Sounds good. Oh, right, there's still a Drake that can cause some havoc.
And he's pissed.
Oh, yeah, he is not happy at all.
Especially since Jen made fun of his mom.
I made fun of his abilities to escape being trapped in a cage.
And his mom.
And his mom.
Stupid Drake. Smelly and I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Stupid enough to be caught.
That Drake's not going to bother moving. He is, however...
Very retarded minions.
Hold on. Fuck. You guys have barely been hit. I can't even use half the shit. Okay. Well, it's like...
if bloodied.
Yeah, trigger. A bloodied enemy next to the... adjacent to the Drake shifts. It's like, well, that ain't working.
Ruckus.
Okay,
Like
so...
took damage.
And then you healed them anyway.
Oh, actually, what I didn't show you guys is... That's what a Drake looks like.
He's very friendly.
Oh, yes.
It's like a very spiky puppy.
Yes.
Guardsman Snappy is totally go.
No Guardsman Snappy.
We need to train him. Somebody needs a good nature check.
We need to subdue him.
Can't you see him with a badge and a tiny hat?
Totally.
Totally.
Jim,
Totally.
16, does that hit your AC?
Yes.
All right. So, you're going to...
You can name him Randall Snappy, and he's just a lazy one.
Yeah. I like this plan.
Yeah, he doesn't listen. Guard Hicks, I'm supposed to be here today, and I gotta feed you again.
Okay. So,
It's perfect.
Randall Snappy.
he opens,
we must
he
make
opens
this
his
happen.
maw and takes a bite out of your backside for 12 damage.
Oh! Randall Snappy is violent.
I am now bloody.
Randall!
Riswynn, you are up.
Hey, don't forget, he took a -2 until the end of Jen's turn
Yes.
on his attack rolls. Because Jen made fun of his mom.
I did.
Yes, no, I counted that.
Okay.
He gets a +9 versus AC.
Oh, wow. So that
yes.
was with his +7. He still hit
with
the...
his +7. That was
He's
a
a
9.
beast.
Yeah. Roll
I think he's
under 10, so
overqualified
that
to
means
be
they get
Guardsman.
-2,
This is true.
yeah.
We must take him out. He's far too powerful to be a guardsman.
Randall
Shut up,
Snappy.
Riswynn.
Randall Snappy. Alright, well, Randall Snappy seems to be the immediate threat. I mean, those guys just plink.
They're plinkers.
I believe in Marzia's power to take them out with a stern whistle.
I'll have to walk over there, but yes.
So, he is now my
My
target,
bitch.
my beach. Hello, Snappy. We meet again.
Don't
Yeah.
think the power that allows you to shift a billion squares.
Power flanking.
That's
Only when he's actually my enmity target beforehand.
Wait, Jim, how many squares in
Yeah,
movement
you-
was that? Because she only has 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Where was she? She was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah, she can do that.
Okay.
Too
Alright.
good.
Alright, and a bond of pursuit him. I don't think Mr. Snappy's going to try to run, but you never know.
Dwarven bondage power!
Roll twice.
Good for you.
Yay.
So that is 18
Plus
2, so 20.
20 hits,
Versus...
roll some damage.
Yes.
Oh, wait, well, yeah, what is it versus?
AC.
20 hits, roll some damage.
Right.
8.
8 plus 6 again. 14.
Okay. You guys and your double-digit damage.
Yep.
We're friendly.
We fight. And fight.
Fight. Ruckus.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Encounter Power Warrior Surge.
What does that do?
If I hit, I get to spend a healing surge.
How much damage have you taken?
I'm at bloodied.
He's got bitten for 12.
Yeah.
No, that's a miss.
That's okay. I can compensate.
Okay, that's a miss.
So you go to take your swing.
You surge, but not very well.
Your backside is hurting too much for you to surge. So
stabbing.
No surging going on today. All right.
Marzia is killed.
Marzia, you're up.
Where's Pan? What are you doing,
Where's
Marzia?
a plan? I will use my daily.
What's that?
Drake? Stirring shout.
Stirring shout?
It
Yeah.
makes you a drink.
That's right.
I was thinking it makes him stir Ruckus's cauldron.
Yes.
Stir the soup, and he's like, okay.
Your shout of wrath stabs into your foe's mind. Each time your allies hit that foe, they draw strength from its weakness.
Awesome!
No.
I'm drawing strength from weakness.
Now if they can only hit.
Now they can hit.
17 plus.
That'll hit.
5.
Against.
22.
Will.
Is it an iron-willed super drake? If not,
No, although I am
If
surprised at some of the stats that it has, considering it's a
Yeah.
break.
So it's
You
a
know?
hit, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it rolls some damage.
1, 5, 9 damage.
9 damage. That's
Yeah.
respectable.
And until the end of the encounter, whenever an ally hits the target, that ally regains hit points equal to my charisma. So it's +4.
So everyone who hits it for the rest of the encounter heals 4.
Yes.
Every hit.
That is a fucking awesome power.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why it's my daily.
it's a daily.
Shite.
And as a minor, please heal.
Yay. I am no longer bloody.
You're not as
Damn it.
badly hurt as you
Last
thought
plus
you
4,
were.
bloody
right?
people.
Yep.
Yeah, it's healing
Healing
surge
surge
plus 4.
+4.
You bloody unbloodied people.
That's
You
why
are-
I'm healing him.
You unbloodied bastards.
Next.
Move. 1, 2, 5, 6.
Okay. Next up, archers. Excuse me, Ellie, you're in the way of
I'm
you.
sorry. They can try arching.
They are going to try arching. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
They tangle.
5, 6.
On the catwalk.
And this guy here is going to touch a 5-foot step.
I'm not actually threatening him, don't forget. I'm a level
Yeah.
lower.
Oh, you haven't completed that
No.
yet?
No, I'm underground.
Okay, sorry. I thought that you had already had your
No.
turn to get
Nope.
up there. Okay.
Nope.
So then he is going. Then these guys are going to GTFO. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and starting with these guys over here, they are going to. They're going to aim for the healer. Actually,
No, they're not.
why not?
They're gonna miss.
They can aim.
They can aim. They can try.
They can try.
Yeah,
They're gonna miss.
I think they're both within range. I'm just going to count that out for long movement.
I'm totally gonna mock them if they miss, though.
That's expected.
Just so we're clear.
Okay, so the one closest to me. Yeah, that's great. Well, that gets made better. 17. Does that hit your AC?
Just.
All right.
And we've established that defender
you
loses.
there, so you only take 3 from that.
Plunk, plunk.
25 versus AC. You take another 3 from that.
They're juice.
And then the guys on that side are going to aim for Ruckus. Both of them back to back.
My mark gets a -2.
Is it -2 to attack, or does he take damage? How does
No,
that
he
work?
takes -2 penalty to his
Okay.
attack roll if he doesn't attack me.
Right. Okay. Well, he can't even get line of sight to you right now, so he's
That's
gonna.
exactly the point.
Huh. Okay, so that's not going to matter terribly much then. With his -2, That's a 25 versus AC. Does that? I'm assuming that hits Ruckus. Ruckus,
No.
you take 5
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to activate my Aegis of Assault power.
and blink. So as soon as he moves, you get to blink and attack, or just blink.
If the target hits, you can use an immediate action to teleport to a square adjacent to the target and make a melee basic attack against it.
Nice.
Hello!
Wow. All right.
All of a sudden, the Warforged appears beside them, and I melee basic attack.
7.
So that
Plus.
is...
Go back one.
Yeah. Damn it.
That was 2.
It's because this mouse double
Plus
clicks.
7. So 14.
So 14 versus AC.
Just barely a hit. That archer is out of there.
Oh, are they minions?
Yeah.
They're minion minions.
I'm guessing you
yeah.
then want to use your minor to mark this guy?
Yes.
He actually falls over the balcony and
Willem scream.
well,
Pow!
yeah. He's sitting there, he's like, got him! And then you appear behind him and you just knock him over the balcony and off he goes, ah! Hits the ground. Alright, well, that was entertaining. Other guy's up next.
And who's he attacking?
He is also attacking Ruckus. He was thinking of attacking Ruckus, and then a motherfucking Warforged him. Where did that come from? He is so flummoxed, the arrow just goes wild off to the side.
If you took a
He
shot
makes,
at Ruckus,
he makes a ranged attack within range of me. I would like to make a melee basic attack
You may.
as an attack of opportunity.
that's a hit.
He's fucked.
Stupid teleporters. This is why Bamf Strike was awesome.
Yep.
This encounter was supposed to be hard for you guys.
Poor John. Oh,
That drink is still around.
The Drake could be a threat.
For a little while.
We've
Okay.
rolled really well when it came to hitting.
Yeah.
Well, 4 of the guys just exploded when Alli jumped on one of them.
Yes, that was because you guys found and came in through the side door. That was I had pre-decided that if you guys came in through the side door, it was going to be D4 plus 2 of the guys would explode along with the guy being killed. Otherwise, if you had come in through the front door, dealt with the 4 guys at the front first, then went forward and killed one, only he would die, it was him and his adjacent partner would
see.
die. So, because I wanted to leave, if you guys had come in the front, you'd have been able to dispatch these guys right away, while those guys were still casting.
Yeah, doing
you know.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to leave more of them available to attack you, but apparently this doesn't really
We
matter.
foiled your plan.
Okay, so that resets turn order. Clank, you're up.
You're so far away.
I can make it.
You could definitely jump off the rail.
I could definitely jump off the railing and come and help.
It is a 15-foot drop, though.
Yeah, 15-foot drop's not that bad.
You'll take 1d6 if you don't roll a double per 10 feet.
I don't have trained...
You can still hope that you don't hit the ground hard.
Where is jumping off?
Fall damage.
I'll find fall for you.
Thanks.
Falling.
Not in items.
Oh, here.
Definitely not an item.
Jump from height. Oh no, that's jump
Sorry.
to a height.
Falling. A creature takes 1d10 damage for each 10 feet it falls to a maximum of 50d10. The creature then falls prone when it lands, unless it somehow takes no damage from the fall. Blah, 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 blah. If a creature has training in acrobatics, it can make a check to reduce the damage of a fall.
So it's 1d10 for every 5 feet?
1d10 for every 10.
Or 1d10 for every 10.
Yeah.
So it'd basically be 1d10 and then a half a d10? Like, how does that work? We'll say round up then. So 2d10.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to risk taking 20 damage jumping off of a 15-foot ledge, which I'm surprised. Does that consider... Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's any rule about...
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just going to double move to get back into the fight. So...
Stay within 5 feet of that Drake.
5, 6, 7,
Too late.
8,
It's, yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh.
Alright, Riswynn.
Yeah.
Yes, and I make him my target.
Riswynn, you have combat advantage.
Yes, I do. So I pursued him again! For good measure.
Stop ignoring me.
I'm right here, behind you, the short one. Look at me.
We're here. We don't want any more bears.
No more bears!
Nobody likes
Or
bears.
drakes.
You get to roll twice.
Luckily for Alli, you can roll twice.
+2.
17 versus AC. I don't think that's enough.
Nope, that is
Probably
not
not.
going to hit the Drake, so...
Swing and a miss. Now the bad rolls come.
Yep. Now
Well,
the
she's
Drake's
always
gonna,
had the bad rolls.
The
It's just
decline
she can roll
begins.
twice. So.
It's see, John. Next time you play,
Yeah.
Avenger.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
the one you want.
Pretty cool. Alright, that Drake... oh god, look at all that shit.
It's marked.
It was marked...
It's marked end oath.
Okay. It is still aiming at Ruckus, because Ruckus was the last one to hit it.
Yeah, basic attack for you.
Only if it hits you.
It has to hit?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I thought it was with makes attack.
Nope.
No, sadly not.
Oh.
Yep, because this thing is too dumb to care about marks.
And mad. Even though I'm not the one that made fun of its mother. But I probably ate its mother, so...
Jim,
Yep.
19 hits you, yeah?
Yep.
Its mother would be ashamed of it.
Okay.
Okay, now I get to make a melee basic attack, and I get to teleport. I don't think it's terribly relevant.
But, you know.
Jim, are you bloodied or no?
No, I'm not.
15 damage.
Now you're bloodied.
No.
Now you might be.
So I'm not going to use my teleport, but I will. If I have to, I teleport and end up in the same square. But I'm going to hit him with my melee basic.
15.
That'll hit him.
+7.
Yeah,
22.
so
Yeah,
22 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Heal
Roll
4
your
if
damage.
you've taken any damage.
I have not.
The tank? Take damage? What are you, drunk?
I rolled a 1, but the thing is brutal 1. Yes, Kopesh is brutal
Yes.
1.
That's another one. Roll again.
It's not rolling ones. Doesn't mean anything.
That is a
The
2. There you go.
Yes.
Stop rolling ones. Okay, 2. Fuck you, guy.
Fuck you, dice. Fuck you and your rubber shoe. So that's
+5.
yeah,
So that is 7.
yeah, a whopping 7. Good thing I can use my intelligence instead of my strength for these
Good
things.
thing.
My strength is so low.
Ruckus.
It's clobber time. I heal for 4. Can I give my healing to Ruckus?
I'm actually going to go into Mace Tail Rage.
What does that do?
Well, the effect is when I enter the rage state. Whenever I hit, you gain temporary hit points equal to my strength modifier. So if I keep hitting this guy, I'm going to gain 8 hit points every turn.
Yep.
Your strength modifier is 8?
4
No,
plus
but
hers.
Plus my
Oh.
4 that he actually heals.
Right.
So it's each enemy in the burst of 1.
Eh.
That is going to be a 21 versus reflex. Versus reflex? Versus reflex.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, he's not that nimble.
Yeah. 5 damage. I gain 8 health.
Yay!
4 of it temp and 4
Yeah.
4 of it permanent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yours is temp.
No, hers.
Mine is
permanent.
actual healing.
Yours is 10.
So yours
Yes.
said it was temp.
So
That you're reading.
Jeez. So you're no longer bloodied.
no, I'm bloodied.
You're still
He
bloodied?
took a lot of damage.
Temp hit points don't bring you above bloodied. I could be at 1 actual health and have 4,000 temporary hit points. I'm still bloodied
Yep.
because as soon as those go away, that's what my health is at. So when the fight is done, I'm down. I would be down to 1.
Right, I see. Okay, so even with her 4 regular hit
I'm
points,
still
you're
bloodied.
still
Still
bloodied. Okay,
Yeah, what are
fair
you
enough.
down to now?
9 and 4, so 13 technically.
Marzia.
Where's plan? She's just strumming along.
It's your job to take out the range jerks.
Yep. I'm gonna mock that guy.
So I'm enraged at this point. Just pointing out.
What does that
Or
do?
not.
That is a miss. Just
8 on
I'm in
the-
a rage state.
So
A lot of my
8 versus will.
No.
a lot of my abilities, if I'm enraged, like the thunder would be 6.
So inefficient.
What is the rage? Oh, I see. It's your daily.
Oh, that's me.
Alright, well, okay, so those 2 archers
Oh, and he was knocked prone.
Yes, the horrible lizard got pretty much uppercutted onto its ass.
Yeah. You knock your enemy to the ground with a slam like the behemoth's heavy tail, and the rage of the mace tail fills you, refreshing you with every blow of your weapon.
Jim threw it on the ground.
I am going to say that you did this like wrestling style, one of those,
People's elbow.
yeah.
Pile driver.
Slam.
So did you get
Wow.
one, Jim?
For the damage, yes.
But don't.
Oh, you're right. My weapon is brutal
It
too.
was brutal, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so add 2 damage. That is literally above the brutal of my.
I was like, hang on a
hammers.
second, just like me.
Exactly.
1, 1, 1. Okay, 2. Fuck you.
Drag hammers.
Okay, so those 2 archers there.
Yeah. They have a threatening elf moving towards them.
You do
Threatening elf?
moving towards-
Threatening elf.
Careful, she's singing. Take her out.
Yeah.
She's got a loot.
Okay. One of them's gonna aim for Ruckus. One of them's gonna aim for Clank.
I hate that orc.
I'm not even a
Am I
threat.
in range?
Count
15.
that out.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not even the most direct path I could take.
So the
My AC is 20.
no, I'm doing Ruckus first. 16.
That's a hit.
Is that a dead on it?
That's a dead on hit.
Oh, jeez. Too bad Defender doesn't win. In the
Yep. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Okay. 5.
Right. My temporary hit points are gone.
All right, and then Clank the tank. Oh yeah. Okay, so that would be 25 versus AC.
Yes, that will hit.
5 on you as well.
No, thank. It's terrible.
Okay, and since there are only 2 of those, the turn order giant pile on the Drake fight restarts. Clank.
Well then, I guess my best attack against him is, because Luring Strike doesn't have my bonus. I'm going to actually just use my melee basic. I mean, I'm not going to blow my daily. 'Cause he's
Well,
friggin'
Luring Strike
trash.
you can shift it away from me so it doesn't eat my face on its turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I don't want it to eat your face. All right, yeah,
I do like my face the way
I'm
it
going to
is.
use Luring Strike on him. What I roll?
That is a 2.
I will miss.
Miss.
Pretty thoroughly, but I do get to shift if I want to. I don't think I do though.
Riswynn,
Yep, that's it.
Riz, you're up.
Okay.
you still have combat advantage.
Yes, I noticed. Okay. I'm going to hit him with Bond Pursuit again then.
Dwarven bondage power.
That's a 2.
Good thing you get to roll twice.
Thank God.
That is a 13.
It's a little better.
Plus 2 on your... Because you've got...
So
So it's 15 plus 6.
21.
21.
Yes.
That
Versus
is a hit.
AC.
Roll your damage.
Roll some damage.
Right.
4.
10.
Fucking plus 6. My God.
I still can't figure out how you have plus 6.
Ridiculous. No.
That's what the sheet says. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, so, Jim, are you still bloodied?
Yes.
Okay. Then, the Drake, hungry for the scent of
Dwarven weapon
blood.
training.
It is Dwarven. That's awesome.
Hungry for the scent of blood. Goes for poor Ruckus.
Minus 2 to his attack.
It's good to be a dwarf.
That's a hit.
That was including the minus 2?
Yep.
Jeez.
He rolled a 9, which became a 7. Add 9, 16. Yeah.
Well, I make my melee basic attack while he's doing that.
Oh,
That will hit him.
18 damage.
Jim is very unconscious and nearly dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
That is not good.
you get to make a melee
Yeah.
basic.
I'm gonna
Now,
hit
how
it.
does that read? Is that an interrupt? Do you do that first?
No, he has to actually hit.
Yes.
Because in order to trigger it, he has to actually hit. So it
Right.
reads, if your marked target makes an attack that doesn't include you as a target, it takes a minus 2 penalty to attack rolls. If that target hits and the marked target is within 10 squares of you, you can use an immediate reaction to teleport to a square adjacent to the target and make a melee basic attack against it.
Okay. All right, make your melee basic.
I did. I rolled a 15 on the die, so it's enough to hit him. It's 22 or something like that versus AC.
Okay. Roll your damage.
5.
So 10.
Okay. So, seeing Ruckus fall, you just take one look at the drake and go, that will not stand. Kopesh out. You slice it in twain.
Sweet. And I heal for 4.
Yep.
So it got up from its prone position, right?
Oh yeah, it was still prone at the start of the at the start of its turn.
Yep. Attacking from prone does take a penalty.
How much of a penalty?
It's probably on there, but it's
I think
probably
it's
2.
-2. But double check.
That would still.
No, it hit Jim just. And I think it stands. And I think it has to stand up, which is just an action.
Yeah.
It's just a movement, so it could have
It's a
just
movement,
stood up.
yeah. So it stood up. So, okay, well.
Yes, it doesn't really change
Yeah.
anything, unfortunately.
No, it would, because he would use the move action to stand up. He'd take a -2. He wouldn't hit Jim. You wouldn't get your melee basic.
No, he would stand up. He would just stand up,
Stand up, then do it.
then bite Jim.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
right, because he stands up and then he doesn't take the penalty anymore. So yeah, okay.
Yeah. The creature is lying down. However, a creature is climbing or flying, it falls. The only way a creature can move is by crawling, teleporting, or being pushed, pulled, or slid. Creature takes a -2 penalty to attack rolls. The creature grants combat advantage to attacking, making melee attacks against it, but gains a +2 bonus to all defenses against ranged attacks. Creature can end this condition on itself by standing up. A creature can drop prone as a minor action. This condition can affect limbless creatures such as fishes and snakes, as well as amorphous creatures such as oozes. When a creature falls prone, imagine it writhing and unsteady rather than literally lying down. The game effect on that creature is the same as for other creatures.
Okay,
so
standing is just a move?
Move action.
yeah, it's just like as part of, like, I'm sure as part of your move action thing in there somewhere.
Yeah. The only difference between my turn and everyone else's turn is if anyone missed by 2.
Move action, stand up from prone
Yeah.
is a... Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So on its turn, rather than move, which it probably wouldn't have done, it stood up from prone, then bit Jim,
Yes.
then I teleported and killed it.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Healing me to one
Yeah.
lower than my maximum, but not healing Jim since he's a...
Unconscious.
Now,
Yeah.
I could use a minor action to feed him a healing potion or something like
You
that.
can.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Jim, I guess we forgot that you had healing potions, or you could have taken it earlier.
Well, you didn't necessarily forget.
You didn't want to.
No? Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to move over and pour my healing potion down his throat as a minor.
Fair enough. I don't believe that
basically you
requires
shift
a
over?
heal check to
No, it's power. It's a power healing consumable minor action. Drink this potion and spend a healing surge. Instead of healing blah blah blah, you regain 10 hit points.
Okay, so Jim, you regain 10 hit points.
Yep.
So does that mean...
There is actually a roll to administer a potion, by the way. Or an action to administer a potion. It's on the
Yes.
sheet. So I gain 10. I'm at 10. Because whenever you're healed, you automatically go to 0, and then you add the hit points that are healed.
Correct.
Yeah, minor action, draw or sheath a weapon, drink a potion, drop prone, load a crossbow.
Oh yeah, there is minor action, drink a potion. Yeah.
No, there is an action to administer a potion. I'm not sure where it is on the actual sheet. But yeah, that's just for fluff.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point,
You pour it down his throat.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
The immediate threats in the area
Yeah,
are...
if you guys were still in direct melee combat, I would make you roll to administer. But
So does that mean you go up to 10? Because you stop
Yes.
you stop at 0, right?
Correct. It starts from 0. when
Technically,
you
no. You can drop if you drop below your bloodied, you are instantly slain.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
as soon as you
but
get
It doesn't
anything to save,
actually...
you go to 0.
Yeah, you have to keep track of how far below 0 you are.
Yes.
Yes.
But it doesn't actually knock you into the negatives.
No.
Okay.
right, you don't have to heal up all those negative hit points. You just recover.
You should beat
Yeah.
the corpse for extra healing while we're running there killing
No,
them.
I got knocked unconscious, therefore my rage is over.
yeah.
But no, for her Jen's power, it's till the end of the encounter. Read it.
He's dead.
Read
He's,
it.
he's until the end of the encounter. Whenever an ally hits the target,
So the target is still there. I would like to propose.
I Jim
overruled.
better.
Overruled. Okay.
Overruled.
Beating a dead horse, or in this case Drake, is not a way to gain health.
Would have been hilarious though.
All right.
Next.
So
Ruckus.
do I have time to use my move action then? I mean, I used a minor to feed him a potion.
Use the standard to kill the thing. And
You had to
motion.
you had to
You
actually
had
shift to.
I teleported to there to kill him
Oh,
with my friggin' teleport ability.
because it wasn't even his turn technically. Well,
that's right. It's not even my
yeah,
turn.
it's
Never
not
mind. I
even
can't use
your
my
turn.
use a
It's
move action.
Marzia's
Well, then
turn.
you can't use a minor to.
That's true, I guess.
That's right. Not
But I did
until
teleport
turn.
over there.
You did teleport over. Yeah, it's not. It isn't your turn. It would be Ruckus's, but he is still unconscious.
So I have to roll
with
a
you.
I
nine.
have to roll.
Yeah, saving
Force,
throw.
Yeah, I save.
Yeah.
I'm stabilized. I just.
So okay, Marzia, you're up.
I mock those dudes on the ledge.
Stab.
Okay,
Stabilized. I was
They're
looking
so
for-
mocked. Well, one of them is.
what's the roll?
Death. Just type death.
22 versus Will.
There's.
Oh yeah, he's mocked. How mocked is he?
9 damage.
Okay. Yeah, but his friend cocks up his bow, and then he steps in front of it because he's like, "Hey, you can't talk about my mom that way." His friend looses an arrow into his back. He falls over the railing and crumbles to the ground. This, well, anyway,
I want to use an action point
you may use an action point.
and mock his friend.
For shooting
For
his other
shooting his
friend in the
other
back.
In the back. And off the ledge.
Yeah, that's a standard action. You apparently have that as an at-will.
21.
That's too freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah. You mock him. He is so embarrassed for having killed his own friend. He just jumps.
He takes
Yeah.
those-
He also has been
that
watching
D10.
the battle and is like, "Well, it's me or them. One of us kills me."
He's going down with the ship.
Yeah. He jumps. Okay.
Yes, vicious mockery is an at-will.
Oh my god. Well done. You guys barely took. Okay. Ruckus took some damage.
Ruckus
You
took,
guys got out of there a lot
a
less
drape
beat
to
up
the
than I was
face.
figuring. Okay, so at this point in time,
I'm going to use a surge.
God, I even have stuff here. If the drink is giving the party too much trouble.
I love the second one.
Okay, so at this point,
John just rubs off. Not sure if I'm dead. Roll your bluff. 20. That's a friendly guy.
so before we move on to loot and whatnot, anybody who wants to, Arcana trained or not, can make an Arcana check to find out, to walk around the room, look at things, take their time, and find out exactly what was happening.
I'm
What
going
is
to
all
do that
these
as well.
arcane shenanigans about?
Do you have the paper I gave you earlier for it?
Yes.
Yeah, because I may need to hand that to somebody else.
Arcane shenanigans.
Okay.
21.
Well, that's not very good.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay, give me a sec.
Da,
You
da,
understand
da,
that,
da,
and then
da,
pass that to
da,
Jen after,
da,
because her role also falls in that.
da, da.
Ruckus, you gain additional insight. Riswynn, you gain additional insight. Clank, and Marzia. Sorry.
That's okay.
There's a band.
Wasting good meat.
Riswynn, do you wish to make an Arcana roll to attempt to figure out what's going on here, or what has attempted to go on here?
My Arcana is not trained. Does it have to be
That's
trained?
what I said. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anybody can do it.
I'll try one. My Arcana is crap.
Ruckus
Why not?
gives absolutely zero shits and is currently quartering the Drake.
Yes, originally on yours, beside it, I rolled when he doesn't roll. Yes, it was originally like I hadn't written insight for everybody, so I had written meager understanding, moderate understanding, Ruckus's understanding despite not rolling.
That's good.
There's so much things happening around here.
So what was your roll on that?
20.
20. Wow.
Jen
okay.
can hand you her sheet.
I have a 1 Arcana and I rolled a 19.
Here, that's a sheet of understanding.
Right, sheet of understanding. Sweet.
Also, this is not good.
Yeah, apparently they are bad news in caps.
In caps.
In caps. That means they're doubly bad news.
Yeah.
And there is no guard
I
snapping.
was hoping one of our 2 people with 10 Arcana would get a...
Well, I did originally roll a 25 earlier.
I'm sorry, my dice have been shitty all night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
No,
the
although don't
rogues.
forget, in an unopposed situation, we can just
Take our time.
take our time and basically roll
Strut
a 20.
around.
Oh, I understand that, but I made up things for after the battle when you're
Sherlock
taking your
this
time, you're
bitch.
walking around, you're looking at all the things. This is what I was going to give you. You still
Right.
got a decent understanding. So,
We Sherlock Holmes it.
yeah, basically.
I'm gonna grab the cloak off of that dragonborn that got the living shit kicked out of it and start putting parts of the drake that I'm quartering into that.
Sure.
I'm gonna collect the staff.
So yeah,
You now have a second
I've
step.
heard stories of dragons working with mages, and it's not good.
Yes, and even folks who didn't roll and don't have an understanding or whatnot, a guy being able to conjure up a motherfucking dragon out of thin air, that doesn't seem very kosher.
Fucking dragonborns.
We scared him out of this town.
Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't get to attack him when he put up that force field.
Tell Steve about it. He'll get his friends and they'll go kick his ass.
Yeah.
I like to think that he ran in fear of
the
us.
force field there, because if he attacked you,
That is
you'd
what
have
I'm
been
going
dead.
with.
Well, it's definitely.
He knew we were friends with Uncle Steve. He knew he had to fuck the hell off. He just took, the most dramatic way he could by summoning a dragon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going
But
with.
they were definitely trying to power up that drake
Stuff and bag.
and cause some trouble.
Stuff and bag.
And I am totally not explaining this mess to anybody.
Well, you and I have a pretty basic and pretty good understanding of what's going on.
Yeah,
You guys-
I guess
you guys had
we
the
will have
decent
to
one?
explain this.
What was the decent? Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of the group got a decent understanding, so that's actually pretty good.
And then Ruckus.
I put Ruckus got his understanding.
Damn right. Amateurs.
Okay,
So they were trying to power up the guy with the black scaled armor.
The base cannon?
Yes, the base cannon. The guy who ran in fear of us. That guy. That's who they were trying to empower.
He can summon a dragon.
He ran in fear. He did
Totally
it
ran out of
as
fear.
a totally ran in fear. He did it as a dramatic exit.
While these fools are using their powders and whatnots to figure out whatever they have it, after I've ported the Drake, Ruckus is just going to do a basic preliminary search for whatever there might be around here.
Time to look around.
I mean,
Okay,
this is
so
a warehouse where they've
the
been
very-
gathering stuff.
All of you guys can see the
bad
very
news.
obvious sacrifices to this dragon statue. There are gold coins. There are certain trinkety things. There's all sorts of shiny over there by that dragon statue. You guys are going to head over there. I'm just trying to find where I wrote down exactly how many gold pieces.
How heavy
But
does that statue look?
what?
How hungry does that statue
Heavy.
Oh.
How heavy? That
Wanna topple that
statue
thing?
is solid granite. It is also
Fuck off heavy.
Yeah, it is fuck off heavy and attached to the floor. It is its head touches the underside of the walkway.
So it's like a 15-foot tall giant dragon statue of
solid stone.
immobility.
Yes.
Okay.
Deface it.
That's the plan, of course.
You guys are wondering, you're like, well, they had to lower it in here back when they had a pulley system, but why would they store a giant fuck off dragon statue in this
The
warehouse?
dude summoned an actual green dragon from the mists. I'm pretty sure he could do some kind of portal to just be like, all right, push it through. Whip.
Okay, so you guys get. Actually, you know what?
Maybe he did a dragon to stone magic thing.
I'm going to pass these around. Everybody gets a look at all of the things, and then you guys can figure out how to
We can
divvy
argue
them.
about 'em.
I'm fairly sure that, well,
Are they edible?
they're not edible.
Can they be used to cook?
Okay, no, I'm actually going to hand them out. So.
Save the time because they're obviously
Yeah.
intended for specific people.
They are. They could be used for different people, and that's
Jen's
kind
like,
of,
I took the contest!
yeah. The kind of thing is they can be used by different people, so it's not as obvious if I don't do this. So.
Gauntlets of Arcane Might, level 3 common.
I believe that is yours.
What is it?
That is yours.
This better be the Drake
That-
fixins.
Sweet Lucky Charms.
They're magically delicious.
Lucky Charms.
Is it really a lucky charm?
It is a lucky charm. There are not multiple lucky charms.
Meh.
Oh, sweet Jesus, that's terrible.
Terrible in what way?
I'm gonna go with the rabbit's foot, just so we're clear. I don't want to be carrying around a monkey paw. That shit is gross.
I guess I have one power that uses
Are you
that.
sure you want to give me the ability
Oh,
to teleport 5 squares and gain combat advantage? I'm cool with it and
Oh,
all.
the high one. You got the high level one this time.
I got the Cape of Mountebank Mountain.
That's mountain banking.
Mount banking.
Yes.
It's like it's the parkour cave.
Yeah, well, I figured that like
Yeah.
you do have another.
Yeah, my luring strike and my green flame blade, I guess, are
God.
arcane.
Yeah. Well, all 3 of your powers I saw were arcane. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah, my flame cyclone is arcane too.
there's this very
Oh, even my dancing.
disgusting looking.
Yeah, so you have a lot of arcane powers, and you're likely to always have a guy marked. So that makes a lot of sense for you, or at least I thought so.
Disgusting what, Jim?
There's a very orky looking like triangle of bones that has flesh tapered between it with horrible writings on it. Ruckus is going to look at it and go, kind of looks like what Mom used to make. Fix it to his helm.
What did you get?
Put it on his neck.
Badge of the Berserker.
Badge of the Berserker.
Badge of the Berserker. It's basically like an orcish dream catcher. It's like the description.
That is awesome.
It's here now on his,
Yeah.
on his bare chest.
There you go.
He's got bling.
Yeah.
got orc bling.
You have orc bling.
When you charge, your movement made as part of a charge doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
That
pretty
is
cool.
what he
boss.
Nick got Gauntlets of Arcane Might. When you hit an enemy marked by you with an arcane power, you gain 2 temporary hit points. So he's going to be gaining 10 hit points left, right, and center.
Which is useful.
Which is
Nice.
useful. Jen got the Lucky Charm.
They're magic.
Really delicious.
I get it.
No, keep in mind, they all have an enhancement bonus where you're all going to get +1 fort, +1
Yeah.
reflex, +1 will. This one has a daily power
That's
trigger.
yours as well.
You miss with an attack or fail a skill check, ability check, or saving throw. Effect: roll a d6
Just add
and add the result to the attack
No,
roll,
yours
skill
doesn't,
check,
right?
blah blah blah. Roll.
Wow.
Because there's no level.
So yeah,
It's
you
pretty
fail
awesome.
something once a day.
I'm
She
gonna
fails
stop
something,
failing
she can
now.
add a d6 to it.
That's nice.
Yep.
And Alli got Cape of the Mountebank. It is, and we can actually, I'm going to say that we can change the way that this looks. It doesn't have to actually be a cape, because I can't picture you walking around with an actual cape.
Oh, come on now. She's an Avenger.
She's
can
a
have the
Dwarven
hood,
bar
and she
cape.
pops freaking out
My
like
cape.
It's up to you.
I am the knight.
I will
that
just,
dwarf.
I'm that dwarf.
it is officially a next slot item.
Yeah.
So I will allow you to make it designed in any way. Any
Pretty
type of,
necklace of the mountain.
It's a 2-ribbon cape. It's just
it's,
goes out like that.
It's just a necklace with like beer mug charms.
It's like a charm bracelet for
So-
dwarves.
Yes.
yeah. So it has
Little
a,
shots.
Yeah. It's always full. It never runs out.
Yeah.
Never.
So it's a daily power that's an immediate reaction. Use this power when you are hit by an attack. Teleport 5 squares and gain combat advantage against the attacker until your next turn. That's
pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So she gets hit by ranged and goes, no, you don't. Blink. Hit.
She doesn't get to attack. She
Or
gets
no,
combat.
she
advantage.
gets combat advantage. Yeah. Blink and hit next time. You
get
guys
to
have
miss
that,
this.
and then as soon as I bloody find it, there is other loot in here.
And presumably XP for the encounter as well.
Yes, I'll give you that in a sec. I just want. Oh, here it is. Warehouse. Okay, so around that statue, you guys managed to pick up 100 gold pieces. So add 25 GP each.
Woohoo, go TM.
And off to the side, you see the barrels of amber mead that you guys were missing.
Nice! Free
Now-
booze.
Now, the thing is that they've been mostly emptied.
Aw.
Oh.
However,
Stolen booze.
two large round flasks, think like thermos-sized,
Okay.
have been filled with mead. Arcana people, please roll Arcana checks. Anything above 5, you'll know exactly what
Okay.
this is.
What did I roll?
That's a 3.
24.
Or yeah, okay. I should say anything above 10. Basically, you guys roll not
13.
a -1. You're fine. Okay, so you guys know that this mead has somehow been magically turned into potions of healing.
It's been magically
So you guys have 2 mead-based potions of healing. For rules-wise, they are literally just exactly the same as the potions that you guys already have, which I guess you didn't use because
Yeah.
Marzia
So I guess
used
everyone
that.
can have a potion of
So
healing.
everybody now has a potion of healing. Riswynn, your potion of healing is mead.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
How is this different than any other day?
I don't know why I'm certainly an Indian Irishman, but
What of it?
what of it? It's like that Gabriel Iglesias bit where he pretends to be Scottish/Irish. He goes to the bar or whatever, and they're like, he's like, are you Scottish? And we're like, are you Irish? He's like, aye. Where are you from? Downtown. And then he turns around, don't care.
I see. Okay, so you guys clean this place out of loot. You've gotten your understanding of what's going on here. If any of you guys want to share any information with anybody else, I mean, 3 of you got the exact same understanding. Ruckus got as much as he
Nobody
wants to
bothers
know.
to try and explain to Ruckus because he doesn't give a shit.
He does not give a shit, I'm fairly sure here.
Yes.
I'm still going to attempt to explain it to him, while also going over the importance of more mead in his food. But I'm always going on about how he needs to add more meat to his meals.
Oh, mead. Now you're like, meat. I'm like, all he eats is meat. He's like, hey, I just killed something. I want to eat it.
Hey, there was that one time you had berries.
I suppose.
Were they mead berries?
No, but you could
Well.
make berry-based meat. If you bring that idea to the guys at the Abbey, I'm sure that they'll be all on board with that.
They'll be all over it.
They'll be all over it. So you guys tidy up here. You have an idea of what's going on.
I share my stories of creepy dragons.
Actually, here's decent understanding. For the people following along at home, I'll read what 3 of the 4 party members understand about this. Based on the fact that the subject of the sacrifice was a drake, the fact that some of the cultists doing the ritual were dragonborn, and the giant statue of a dragon over there, I surmise that this spell likely had to do with the magical energy inherent in dragon kind. It looks very much like a transference ritual, probably aiming to increase the power of the chaplain, or that big guy with the black scales, transferring power from the drake. By transferring power from the drake. These guys definitely don't seem like the friendly type, so I'm going to guess that they're either worshippers of the evil dragon god Tiamat, or the chromatic dragons directly. So, you finish up here.
You would.
Big bad dragon goddess.
Tijuana, yeah.
Tijuana.
I believe in our power. We can take her out. And then get some more drinks.
She's got so many heads.
So, you guys have multiple avenues
She
of
gives
exit.
good head, what?
There's a giant fuck-off hole in the wall that you guys could use to exit.
Personally, I climbed my rope back up to get my
Your
my repelling rope back.
Yeah, I figured.
Front door.
Yeah.
There are 2 bandits out there that I'm just going to smack their heads together and keep going.
They probably run off when they heard like
Your own and other
giant
people's.
fuck off battle, and one of the back walls of the thing blew out, and a dragon flew out of it.
They're on
I'm
their
sure
side.
somebody
They heard
noticed.
something, but they've been trained to not ask questions.
That was
about what
18
they
seconds
hear.
ago.
I want to poke my head out and say I saw a dragonborn.
Really? Because they are still there.
I know.
Okay.
It's more than 18 seconds ago, Jim. We spent like 20 minutes
yeah.
scavenging, putting on our new gloves.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
never
A
mind. I found
dragon
what I
flew
was
out
looking
of a
for.
back wall over there. I figured the town guards must be coming to investigate a dragon.
Somebody
They can't be
probably
undermanned
seen
enough
this.
that they're like, well, there was a dragon, but I don't know, I already pulled a double today.
I might be hallucinating.
Hicks would think he was hallucinating.
He would think he's
They
hallucinating.
just be like, I gotta get more sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody, like, we spent like time doing arcane research and shit like that, so it's not exactly been 18 seconds.
Right.
So, yeah, if anybody comes looking.
Yeah. No, I'll say they'll run off. Originally, I was going to say if you guys opted to leave by the front door that you would actually have to fight them. But you know what? You guys have cleaned up so much that fuck it, I don't want to run that. So, okay.
It'd be kind of a joke anyway, I think, at this point.
Well, those guys were the cheaply hired bandits weren't minions. I don't believe they were.
Yeah,
they
but-
were like 30 HP kind of. Yeah. Anyway,
Tough dudes.
so all right. So you guys grab everything you can out of here and head off.
Head back to the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figured you guys are going back to the tavern.
I need a
I have a
bath.
bloody stack
I'm
up
looking
over
to
my
see
shoulder,
if
that's
any
okay.
if any official presence is actually coming to investigate.
As you
this.
make your way, because you have to go sort of, you're on the north side of town, you're going towards the keep, and normally they kind of ignore the sketchy area, but yeah, you've got guards rushing over to see what the f- just happened here, and they're rushing past you as you guys are casually
I'm going to
walking away
explain
from
it
the
this
scene
time.
of the.
And I'm going to do it properly.
So we saw a dragonborn.
No.
So
no.
you're
I'm
just like
gonna
flagging the
use
guards on their way by or something?
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
not flagging them down.
The guards run by. We saw a dragonborn!
If you roll more than 15, I will say that you managed to convince one to stop.
Words of friendship.
She has an encounter
does it
at
do?
will. because of her elfiness, where she can pretty much gain a bonus to diplomacy, I think it is.
Yeah, +5.
Alright, roll it. If you're above 15, you can stop and explain it to one of them.
I love my lucky rabbit's paw.
Please roll a 20.
Please roll
So
something.
it's +14.
Oh god.
27.
27. You flag a guard down. He's heading by. Originally, he wasn't going to stop, but he sees what appears to be a damsel in distress, or at least someone who's
Oh my god, an orc!
I flash some cleavage or something.
No, you just go, stop, please stop. And then he thinks at first you're in trouble, and then he realizes that, no, you look like you're handling yourself fairly well. But he goes, I'm
look
kind
like
of
I've
busy.
been
What can I
walking
do
through
for
a
you,
pile of
madam?
I explain what just happened in there.
Obviously, with a 27, you explained fairly well what just happened.
In an
there.
elaborate fashion, yes.
Yeah.
True dance?
No, not through.
Through interpretive dance.
I do singing, not dancing.
That is where Ruckus is a champion.
Ruckus is the dance champion.
He's a dance master.
Okay, so yeah, you explain what happened. He can barely believe it, but this random Asgard
Corpses.
He hasn't got there
everywhere.
yet. You intercepted him like a block down the street, right? He's running to try and catch up.
I have a bloody sack over my shoulder.
We all walk
Of
through
course, you have a
this
blood.
pile of blood.
He sees you going from the butcher all the time. You always have a bloody sack on your shoulder. It's a permanent fixture
Fine.
with you.
I'll
anyway.
escort him
But
in
yes.
there and point to the various things.
Okay, are you guys gonna wait around while she points to various things and explains to the inspectors, guardsmen, what's going on here?
I got this.
Yeah, no, Clank will hang out and help explain if necessary, too.
I'm going to go tell Uncle Steve my rousing adventure story that just happened to me. Because I'm going to be just like him. Because I'm growing up like that.
I gotta go put these things in the drying rack, so...
He's gotta go put these drinks on ice.
On salt, actually.
Yep.
Okay, so
Barrel salt. There's still blood in that. It'll dry.
Yep.
Clank, Marzia, you head back. You spend maybe 20 minutes, explaining what happened in
This
there.
was a ritual when there was a drake in this broken cage.
Yeah,
He killed
they.
some dudes.
Where's the Drake?
See that pounded piece of meat over there?
No.
They
He
ask,
got quarters.
That's why you carved it up.
they ask a few questions
intestines.
about how are you guys involved in this, and just.
I'm going to
things
say
like that.
we're special deputies of the town guards and show them my
Ceremonial dagger.
ceremonial dagger.
Roll bluff.
Go for it.
Damn it, I just put my dice away.
18.
18. I'm pretty sure that's...
I can help.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any modifications to bluff.
I aid.
Better hope you do.
I do. I do aid.
Oops, sorry, no.
He's like 16.
19.
It's a 22. I aid.
Oh.
With the bluffing.
Okay, so that 18 becomes a 20. He rolled a 19. He seems kind of convinced that maybe that is true just because of the short staff situation. He's willing to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we have any like super deputy powers or whatever. I just say, yeah, we got some. I'm not trying to claim we have jurisdiction or anything. I'm just saying, we've helped the guards out before. Here's this.
Yeah.
Here's
were
this
looking
dagger
into
that we were
No,
given.
And we just
And we did
dangerous.
actually mention this to Guard Captain Arroway, and he said we could look into it. All of which are actually true.
Yep.
Yeah.
You drop the name. You show the dagger. Blah blah. He takes that as enough to be like, okay, he's not going to question what you guys were doing with the Drake and everything in here. So.
Well, you don't want to know what we did to the Drake.
Yeah.
If you want to see what we did to the Drake, come by the tavern in 2 to 3 days.
So they do ask where they can get a hold of
Salted
you.
Drake
For the ones
sandwiches.
that don't know you, you say the tavern. Blah blah blah.
Are there many Warforged in town?
No, but you spend most of your
There are
time
many
in the
orcs
tavern,
in
right?
town.
So
These poor bastards pulling doubles and triples. They don't have time to go to the
they don't have
tavern.
time to tavern. Most of them.
But I mean, with my
recognize one or
sort
the
of
other.
involvement, am I not like a fixture in this town kind of thing with my history, how you've written it, or is it more in the general area?
There's an entire kingdom involved.
Okay.
And yeah, most people in town would have at some point gone to the tavern, but that is really where they're going to know you from in this town.
Okay.
you don't yet have like songs and stories of
No.
triumphs and stuff, right?
But it's not like there are 6 Warforged in town or something like that.
No. You, as far as you can tell, since Uncle Steve found you, you are the only Warforged you have ever encountered. You are the only Warforged Uncle Steve has ever encountered. You're the only Warforged that these guys have ever encountered. So you're not entirely sure who forged you or where the forge happened. But so yeah, you're pretty unique. Anybody who's seen you once knows who you are. So one of the other guards, corroborates and whatever. They thank you for your help. Figure out where to, go to talk to you guys if they need anything else, and send you guys on your way. So 20 minutes ahead of you guys, Riswynn and Ruckus. You return to the tavern to find the place in shambles. As you enter, you hear a moaning coming from behind the bar. It's Uncle Steve.
No!
He's been badly beaten, bloodied, and it appears that something tried to take a bite out of him. You rush him to the healers. After a tense night...
Quick, feed him the mead.
If you guys want to... Do you want to feed him a healing potion? I assume you guys would probably feed him a healing potion.
Yeah.
They just finished getting a healing potion.
Yeah.
Okay, -1 healing potion off of one of you guys.
That'll be mine.
Yep.
Of
Okay.
course. Riz was like, Angelic Wing!
The power of ale!
The power of ale cures all.
Quick, I'll rub it in your wounds. No.
I said it cures all.
Anyhow.
Yeah. So you guys rush him off to the healers, meaning that 20 minutes later you guys show up and the place is a shambles and empty. Thankfully, as they were leaving, they passed by Guardsman Hicks, and he's like, "Oh no, Uncle Steve!" And he's about to follow along with you guys. You're like, "No, stay here. Tell the others." So Guardsman Hicks is there to greet the two of you and explain to you guys that Uncle Steve has been taken to the healers.
Oh no.
So after a tense night, the healers managed to stabilize him, but he has lost consciousness. The healers say that the bites are the issue. They're filled with something strange. They don't have the expertise or the salves or the magical anything needed to... What is so funny?
Why does Jim have the giggles?
I'm picturing Dr. Ball. Oh shit! Well, let's not use it in this fucking futuristic scientific medical stuff that costs billions of dollars. Let's fucking throw leeches on them and pray!
The town healers are actually, you guys are familiar that the town healers are very competent healers.
Yes, they know their
Okay,
shit.
Ruckus, you once accidentally severed somebody's finger when they put their hand on the...
Accidentally?
Accidentally.
That's what the bar is going
That's
with.
what the inquiry
That's
found.
the official
Yeah,
story.
the official story. You accidentally severed somebody's finger when they came into the kitchen and went, "My sandwich is not shook." Oh my god! And the healers managed
Oh my
to
God, my
reattach
fingers.
it, and he gained actually full use of his hand again. Never complained about a sandwich ever again, but definitely these guys are competent. But so you believe them when
for sure. I just thought of the horrible scene from Hot Chicken.
Right. So you guys believe them when they say that they've done everything they can, and they the physical wounds look like they're mostly going to heal, but these bite marks, there's something not right about them. You two Arcana users can tell that there is... What are you guys doing?
Go
I
ahead.
don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what they're doing. Keep going.
Keep going. Arcana users.
History knowledge?
Go.
Okay. You guys can tell that there is something magical that has been deposited into these wounds, and it's not going to go anywhere. So no amount of leeching or removing of the stuff that's in the bite marks is going to help. He is unconscious. The healers, though, they do refer you basically to. They said that it's going to take somebody with a lot more alchemical and magical knowledge than we have, and the only person that they know in this area of the kingdom is a mage that. Well, people have said that he lives in a tower to the southwest, but in the last few years, nobody has been able to find the tower.
Damn it.
So they say, don't worry, we've got him stabilized, we can keep him here. The healer's hut is guarded despite the low guard numbers, and they refer you to Go find this wizard and beg him for help.
Ruckus is already gone. Southwest, that's all he heard. Wizard Southwest Tower.
Move out.
Yep.
Just turn on heel.
Yep.
So yes, we move.
Yeah. So we're going to cut there for the night, because I think it's actually after 9.
It is.
Yep.
Look up Dr. Ball.
Dr. Ball. Dr. Ball. Robot chicken, Dr. Ball.
Yes. Dr. Ball MD. It's like a minute.
It's not very long.
Yes, we'll play this. So the experience.
Make her tell us the location of the rebel base. Good God, man! I'm a doctor, not a savage! This is a flu shot! Good day, sir! You will make her... I said good day, sir!
Oh, Dr. Ball.
What the... You trying to drown that kid? What are you injecting there? Is this the bloody Dark Ages? Why don't you just throw some leeches in there? Oh, nobody listen to Dr. Ball. He's just an old fool. She's lost the will to live? What is your degree in poetry? You sorry bunch of hippies. For God's sakes, don't use the billions of dollars of medical equipment around us. But why don't we all just get on our knees and pray? We don't have knees, you motherfuckers.
Good old Dr. Ball.
Dr. Ball.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had to see it just to understand why I was laughing my ass off.
Well, yeah, but when I'm trying to explain, like, look it up after, seriously. But you guys, if you want to keep the, I don't know if you wrote them down, but if you want to keep the sheets for the...
I put mine on my character sheet, so I don't need it.
I'll need mine.
Alli, do you
I'll
want to
need
keep
mine,
your
yeah. I'm
things?
going to keep it for a little bit so I can get it on my character sheet.
Yeah, and you guys
I'll
can...
keep that kit.
And how much
You guys can
do
also-
you get, John?
Oh, yeah. And you guys can keep your insight sheets if you want to, I don't know.
Already done.
I'm good.
Yeah, okay. We'll hang on to the ones we don't.
Yep.
So, I had to recalc this earlier
Recalculate.
today. Recalculate.
Oh no.
Okay, so because that was supposed to be a tough battle, you guys actually get an additional 180 XP each.
So that takes us to 691.
691 you are.
Nice.
Watch out. Took too long. And your
Candy's gone.
That's what happened. Cow.
Got that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how those gauntlets work, because like against a single big enemy or something like that, especially if it's sitting there constantly having to hit me. If I'm hitting it every time and constantly gaining temporary hit points, it'll become really irritating for them.
Yes, it will be very irritating for me. However, very useful for me. Because I think it was that first battle, you got fairly bloodied. And so that was what made me think that you could definitely use that.
Yes.
Okay, feedback time.
Around
Alli
table,
/
Riswynn.
Riswynn. Thoughts?
I thought it was awesome. But I still say that guy, he was running away in fear.
Totally feared us.
Totally feared us. Totally. That's totally what happened.
More along the lines of he cast fear into you. Interestingly, just an interesting note, I actually missed one little piece. When he cast the dragon, you guys were all struck with dragon's fear. The drake is too stupid to be afraid, and so the part where I wrote that it would take a bite out of the nearest minion, it should have actually taken a free action to bite you guys, because you guys were frozen in fear and it was not.
Right.
But yeah, so big fuck off dragon conjured from the middle of nowhere. We're not talking like a drakeling here. We're talking like
A full dragon.
a full-sized green dragon.
But it was like ethereal and ghostly and shit. Right?
Yes,
Not real.
yes. Clank and Marzia could tell that it wasn't a real dragon. But
Not real, but still terrifying as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for player but not character information. While not real, it has all the abilities of a real dragon for 10 rounds.
Jeez.
Yikes.
I chose to disbelieve.
Doesn't matter, it eats you. So yeah, that's why the force field went up. It wasn't to annoy you guys. It was to keep you guys from getting your faces melted off.
Yeah, that would have been funny because I'm like, I'm going to hit those guys with my friggin' AoE. I'm going to clear these minions right now. And I go running over and it's just like, damn it!
Yep, for sure.
That would have been interesting.
Jen, Marzia.
I rolled so many ones this session.
Yes, you were
It is sad.
But it didn't matter. You guys plowed through that.
I know.
Well, in terms of number of minions, of number of enemies, there were
were
one
10 of those
real
minions.
mob,
Two.
one non-minion mob,
Two real mobs.
but the other one was in a cage first.
Yes.
So at a
Close to the
time,
combat,
we only
yeah.
ever fought one mob and a bunch of minions.
Yes, well that
Or
was
one mob, no
done on
minions.
purpose. Originally, I was just going to throw 6 cultists, the Drake, the Chaplain, and the Archers all at you guys at the same time. And Jim was like, "That will kill this party.
Yeah.
Don't do it." So then some strategizing came out, and we decided to break it basically into 2 waves. Wave 1 being
I thought you were going to have just when you were doing the wave. I thought you were going to have the archers and melee minions at the same time, which would have divided our attention. But because the archers came in later, they were just
They were nothing. Yeah, the problem is that with those minions,
I broke it up too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the amount of XP we gained was not indicative of the difficulty of the encounter.
Yeah.
So in order to have that difficulty, you would have had to have those guys pounding us the entire time.
that would have brought us all down to very low health.
It would have been a harder fight. It would have made us instead of all of us, because that's what happened, right? It's basically all of us surrounded this guy, kicked the shit out of him. He attacked once and missed, so he was not a threat.
Right.
He just stood there chanting, and we kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Then once that was done, we went after the Drake, and same thing. He was a threat, and by then the other minions were pounding us. But by then, you could split me off, and in one round I killed 2 guys on my side with very little difficulty. But if those guys had been sitting off in the corner, running and gunning the entire time, and making me chase them and run around and use 2 movements and burn action points and shit like that to loop around, they would have been harder. But because they just sort of waited on the edge and didn't do anything, they were not a threat. And the same with the guys that were here is they just sort of were
Well, yeah. What if you guys had come in the only reason those 4 were there were if you guys had come in the front.
That was good though, because I actually like that aspect of it. Is that look, if the PCs choose to go the easy route, it's harder.
Yep.
If the PCs bother to strategize and find another entrance into the building or something like that, and we found 2.
Yeah.
Have you seen any Dragonborn?
Then
Have you seen any Dragonborn?
yeah. We should get an XP bonus for having survived despite Jen.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Hey guys, you seen any Dragonborn? Yeah, I mean, we found...
You look like those incompetent guards I've heard about. Have you seen any Dragonborn around here, lady? How about actual dragons? Maybe of the red variety.
I don't know if I gave a color, but the dragon he conjured was green.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it was acid based.
It was fun. It was
Well,
just
it's actually
laughably bad.
any of the dragons can have any of the powers. It's more their approach to life and their attitudes and that kind of thing. Red dragons, they amass wealth, whereas green dragons play for power. And also where they choose to roost. You'll find, green dragons are sort of forest, or they can also, I think, compete for cliff sides and that kind of things.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Mark lent me his Draconomicon, and it's really
You've been going over it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
So, Jim, what's your feedback?
Pretty good. I was going to say that the fight with the... Sorry, I spilled all the papers all over the damn place. The fight with the Drake was too broken up.
Yeah.
But that's
What level was that Drake?
Part of the learning process.
part of the learning process. The original thing where I was telling you that it was too difficult is if you had pitted everything right off the bat, 2 heavy hitters with that many minions that could have just surrounded us or just pecked at us.
Well, yeah, the problem is that against our particular party makeup, a swarm of melee minions is not a threat.
No, melee minions, no.
Right.
But a bunch of guys picking at us from the outside.
Again, though,
is
Well,
much more
I didn't figure that you guys would dispatch 10 of those melee minions as quickly as you did. I mean, even accounting for the fact that I was going to kill an extra 1 or 2 when you broke the ritual to keep the Drake down. And I was hoping that there would be those left when, things came out of the sides and whatnot. Yeah, I actually strategized this out with Mark the other night based on Jim's suggestion notes. And I probably should have just fudged it a bit, let the Drake out before the chaplain was down, and let you guys have to deal with 2 big bads when all the minions were gone.
Or when the force field went up, immediately have the archers start going up those ledges and ping at us.
Or what might have been interesting too is with the Drake was to break the Drake out, but make him so that he attacks always the nearest minion, always the nearest whatever.
Yes, no, that was the plan.
We just dispatched the minions too fast.
Yeah.
Because
that always was the plan. That
remember that not only. Sorry, keep going.
That's fine.
No, the major thing is we came in from the secret way, so we got a bonus on that. We got the drop on them. We gibbed half of the cultist members that were there, immediately making it difficult for those guys to get in. I came in, blasted them out of the way, ignored one, and we just butthole stomped the poor chaplain that was there along, going, "Oh, guys." But it's one of those things. As a GM, you have to.
If you have too many minions, too, like minions, a few minions on the edge is good, but too many minions, like especially with the PCs with AOE, they'll just sweep them.
Yeah.
But again, the rules were in our favor.
Yeah, because I mean, I was going.
Yes, but I mean.
Well, I was going just based off the very first encounter that you guys had. That chaplain that was standing in the ritual circle is the exact same as the one you guys encountered in your first fight. And in your first fight, 2 people left bloodied, and it was that chaplain and like 4 melee, 2 ranged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was.
But I mean, he didn't attack. He attacked once.
Because he surrounded the
Well, no, because like for 2 or 3 of the hits, he just stood there.
Oh yeah. Well, the other thing was I had it set. There was at the beginning. At the beginning, I rolled a number of rounds to see how long the ritual would last.
What would happen if he finished?
If he had finished, he would have become more powerful, and the main guy also, like, he would have immediately taken off at that point, but he would have visibly become a lot more powerful.
And the Drake would have been dead.
And the Drake would have been dead, yes. So, but I was not doubling, but very much amping the chaplain if the Drake died, because you lose one of the big things to fight. So I was really hoping that it would get more moves and that the minions wouldn't be dispatched as quickly as you guys did. So, but oh well. Overall, I mean, I guess that's just a balance thing, because looking at your first fight and how you guys came out of that, and then what I was throwing at you this fight, I was actually worried it would be too difficult, and I went too far in the opposite direction.
Yeah. The first fight had very, very few minions. A lot of the guys that were there actually had. Well, first off, they were spaced out, like far, to a point that we had to run, we had to chase them down. There were 2 big hitters, because there was him and his guy that actually had more than 1 HP here, and the chaplain got to act. Right. That's what made it scary. We couldn't surround the chaplain because we had to take care of the minions. As it went, Ruckus just went, off you go.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's very hard to find the right kind of fight for a party. I can tell you right now, our major weakness is we don't really have range.
Yeah,
Marzia is our only range, and she can't do AoE.
No.
Which is why I didn't throw too many archers at you guys, because I was like, fuck, if I have archers...
If you throw a lot of archers, then it forces Jim to go over and AoE them, basically.
Yeah.
Which, that limits...
It removes my damage.
But it also allows... Or I can do it. I can go over and, mark one and...
But just to point it out, the strengths of the party are Riswynn is good at single target. She will chase someone and literally beat them down until they're dead, and then she'll choose another target and just be like a magnet. She will keep hitting them until they're dead. Mm-hmm. Yep. Marzia is a buffer. As long as she's around the party or able to affect a minion or a major guy, she can make everyone else more powerful.
Yep.
So she needs to be near a teammate. These are tricks for you to make fights difficult. Wall comes down, splits the party. Like, oh crap, we have to find someone to get near each other, etc. This character is very good at sweeping. Like, you had the good thing of the catwalk, but he can teleport, so he just went boop, boop, and did the attack.
Yeah.
His character is also good at tanking. His character is very good at hitting as well, because he has, +7?
Yes, he's very...
Yeah. So, as far as he goes, he's probably always going to hit those melee basic attacks whenever he's got a target, but he can only mark one person.
Yep.
So if you have multiple big bads, he has to choose one, and then he doesn't have to stick to him.
But that's the cool part of that's how Swordmage works.
Yeah.
Is it like if there are 2 big bads, I come in, I mark one, I fight this one, and then that one is stuck over there, especially if I'm like, I fuck off all the way off over here, and I start fighting something over there, and then it has to choose either it's going to come and fight me, and which means it's running over and exposing itself to attacks from my teammates, or it takes a penalty, and then if it does hit, all of a sudden I teleport back over and punish it.
Leaving whatever it is over there available to do whatever the hell it wants.
Yeah. Right.
Ruckus is made for multiple targets. I will come out right away and say he's not a single target fighter. He's made to be right in the middle, like wade into the middle of everything and just start spinning. He's the whirlwind warrior. So, minions against him, they're going to go down like chopped liver. The whole reason that it didn't work the first fight, is I missed every roll. Or else it would have been 2 minions gone, 2 minions gone, 2 minions gone. Okay.
Yeah, because anytime he kills one minion, he has an automatic attack to hit another one.
Yeah.
That's an encounter power, though, right? You can only use that once.
That thing, yes. But I have the other attack that my at will, where I hit one, if something else behind me, I hit that too.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, that encounter power is really useful for it's like at the start of the fight, you kill one minion, and then you can walk over, kill another minion.
Yeah.
So Ruckus is made for large groups. Right now, we have a very good party composition, which is what you want as a GM. Mm-hmm. The one thing that we're missing is range.
Yeah.
And control.
Our foil is definitely range.
We have no control. Marzia is the closest, but she's
a little bit of slide and stuff like that.
I do have a little bit of push and slide.
But she doesn't have enough to fight an actual controller.
And
if you put something like, if you're high level and you put something like a mind flayer against us, that guy alone with a whole bunch of mooks would hurt us badly. Because you could do stuff like, oh hey Ruckus, you hit your allies. Ah, shit. Or hey Marzia, you're actually buffing all the enemies this turn.
Nick, feedback.
I felt the pace was a little slow in this one. I think that was partially our fault, though. Is that we were sort of
doing everything.
Well, in some cases, yeah, it was just like we were like, well, there was obviously something. So that's one of those things, like from your perspective, where it's like something like, okay, there's a secret hidden door there. Either I can detect it or I can't. You know what I mean? Like, don't be like, oh, there's a clue, and you know there's something. What is it? So that means like I spent a lot of time sort of standing there. But there was a lot, I think, from us too, where we were just sort of like, do we go to the guards? How about over here? This way? I don't know. So that's on all of us, I think. But the fight was good. But like I said, all the comments. Same.
We got a lot of good rolls during that fight.
Yeah, I think it's just like, unfortunately, with the way our party composition balances out, it's really hard to make a. Yeah, you just went too far in the other direction. But I would say less minions would probably serve you better. So, like, if you'd taken 4 of those guys and made them a beefier ranged guy or something like that, for example, maybe, it might have worked. Where, you know, like, he's standing at the back and he's still a threat. He's a decent, like, a level 3, 30, 35 HP ranged dude who, like, he's sitting at the back. Like, there was one guy that I had in the game that we were playing where, you know, he was sitting there with his crossbow. Thrashing
that
you guys.
son of a bitch. Yeah.
And he was just a level 3 generic human with a crossbow, basically. He was like a bandit leader or something. And like if you ignore him, he will punish you with that crossbow. It was like 1d10 plus 7 or something.
I
like
remember Drax took 2 to the chest. Yeah,
and he had an ability of doing a double shot. And if you got close to him, he had a lance or spear or something. I don't remember, but somebody like that, you know, it's like, yeah, you know what? If there's a stupid minion that's sitting over there chipping me for 3 damage a turn, I'm pretty much going to ignore him and kill something strong to a certain extent. But if there's a guy shooting me for 12,
yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I was hoping the Drake would get to hit more because it
yeah,
does.
It was brutal. What level was that Drake?
That Drake level 4.
Yeah, that's fucking that's high.
Well, and the chaplain was level 5. So I sent you a level 5 and a level 4, and the Drake did 1d10 plus 5 if you're not bloodied, 1d10 plus 10 if you are.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was biting Jim for some serious damage.
At one point it did 18 damage to him.
Yeah, that's over half his hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those too, like when you're giving a mob that's 4 or 5 levels higher than the party.
Yeah. Again, the other reason I went the other direction, too far.
But yeah, no, it was good.
And the unfortunate thing, I felt bad for always hitting Jim with the archers, but the archers do 3 damage if the person's just standing out on their own, 5 if they have an ally adjacent for a bunch of the fight.
And Jim was the only. Jim or Alli were the only ones standing beside the Drake.
Yeah.
No, there's no problem with that.
No.
Although I'm not sure I would have called the Drake an ally. It was just sort of like a random whirlwind of anger that happened to be directed at us because we were close.
The whole thing is the fight went incredibly well on our side.
Had you expected that we would find the roof thing?
I definitely expected you would find the roof thing. I totally didn't expect that you guys would come in from 2 angles at the same time and pincer. That was different.
SWAT team tactics.
But yeah, I actually had descriptions written from, if any of you had actually fucking succeeded in looking down the hole, I had descriptions written from what you could see from the roof. Okay, once you rappel in, what you can see from the inside. If you come in through one of the doors, this is what you can see here. You know, it was...
And the party completely bypassed the GM thing. In other news, this day ends in Y.
Yeah, so options for getting in: front doors, back/side door, climb to the roof, view from the roof, view from the back or side door.
Yeah.
You know?
We were just like,
go! Additional details: if doors, keep reading; if roof, wait till rappel down. Rappel down. Rappel down. I can't.
Hey! We did just see a commercial today for the Nerf Rebel.
What?
Yes, it's girl Nerf, and it's the Heartbreaker bow.
Yep.
Oh, seek. Is it pink with a heart on
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Motherfuckers.
But they're targeting
with a
females
couple hearts on
now
it.
by making the most stereotypical female weapon for them.
They fucking put a bow on it.
Yes, and I believe when it's fully extended, it looks like a heart when you're pulling it back.
Oh God.
It's a Heartbreaker bow for girl Nerf, and they're like,
must be
I'm a
fabulous.
rebel, blah blah blah, and I'm sitting there, I'm like,
No, you're not.
what the?
Ali,
Yes.
pass me the map, please.
Anyhow, we're gonna end the recording there,
Yeah.
and thanks for joining us.